Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly, grim, and glorious master today, because today we had originally scheduled a session of our Wrath and Glory campaign, but we found ourselves down heroes or down players, and then as a result of where we had left that at campaign, we decided to do something different. This weekend we will be playing 2 sessions of the latest of the Warhammer fantasy RPGs, Warhammer the Old World Role-Playing Game. So we decided to run that. At Sean's suggestion, we're going to be making some characters for this game. If you're not familiar with this game, Warhammer the Old World is actually not out in print yet, at least not at the time of recording. It is a new game with a different system from the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition that Cubicle 7 publishes. It has some similarities to that game. It has some similarities to Soulbound, which they also publish for the Age of Sigmar Warhammer setting. But this game has a number of little unique things about it as well. Not only does it have a more streamlined mechanic and more streamlined complexity of characters from Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, it also encourages a kind of different gameplay loop from what you would get from the more traditional Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. So it'll be interesting to see what characters come together and and to make characters, some grim and glorious heroes for the world of legend, or the legendary world of grim and glorious adventure, are some of the stars of our channel. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. I want to tell us who you are and who are you. Well, I guess you don't know who you're playing tonight. So first up, we've got Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and looking forward to some Care Gen.
Nice. And John.
Hey, I'm John, as Kevin said, and I'm looking. Character creation is one of my favorite parts of new games, so I'm enjoying this.
And Sean.
Hey, yeah, I'm. The Old World. It's been on my list, and love the Old World. I mean, I guess you can't say in small letter Old World. Like, I feel like there's the Old World proper, the Old World game.
Yeah,
but, I love the setting. In other words, and so looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting a peek.
So one of the ways where for those who may be unfamiliar, like some of our players, or for those listening at home, the Old World setting is about 250 years before the setting of the time of what's his name, Karl Friedrich, the Emperor. The world as it exists in this setting is both more safe, but also a little bit more fractured. There is not a emperor at present. There's a bunch of squabbling different lords in different who have control over different provinces in what was the empire. The setting also, magic is for the most part outlawed. You can be hunted if you are a mage. There are secret societies that get around that. The churches that you recognize, like, for instance, Sigmar being, the Church of Sigmar being kind of the accepted imperial cult, is very much not the case here. It is a regional cult that other regions consider a bunch of dangerous fanatics. Some of the threats that are sort of omnipresent in the Warhammer Fantasy setting, the Warhammer Fantasy roleplay setting, like the orcs and the chaos, powers of chaos and undeath and whatnot, are not as persistent and present in this. The characters you play in this one, they call it the world of legendary adventure. The grim and glorious characters are characters or agents, maybe not agents, but they are touched by fate by virtue of having had some kind of encounter that the game calls a grim portent. It is a thing that sort of sets you on the path to your world changing and being darker and more dangerous. It is keyed to the kind of first major threat that you end up facing, whatever you choose that to be. And there are a number of different like grim portents outlines or frameworks that are in the GM's guide and the GM's screen. So lots of different approaches you can have to that, and of course you can make up your own as well. Another significant difference is that every character has 2 contacts. The setting for the default assumed style of play, at least at the time of recording, is you're going to be playing an adventure set in the port town of Talagad. Talagad is right here. As you can see, it's only 15 feet away from Suderberg, or Suderberg, I guess. It is a port town outside of the major city of Talabheim. Talabheim is the capital of the province of, is it, where is Talabheim? Oh, Talabak is the province. Talabek, in general, is notable for particularly venerating the god Tal, god of the hunt and wilderness. And notably, Sigmarites in the Talabek are viewed as lunatics and fanatics. This is not a place where witch hunters are sort of free to go and do what they want because there's a tacit approval of the Empire. They're fucking lunatics who will go and murder an equal number of, genuine threats and innocent wizards and such. The thing that is different, like I said, is that each of you will have 2 contacts, and between the core books and some of the source book material out of the GM screen, you have a wide variety of different contacts that you have. So not only is your character kind of starting at the start of the campaign from a place of not, being aware of these dire threats that they're going to be thrown into, they're also very much part of a community because you each have meaningful connections to people you can identify and draw on for help, and there's mechanical rules that come into play for downtime. That is definitely different. Your sense of location in this game is substantially different than the assumed style of play in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. The other thing is that you're sort of... The expectation in the game is that you are going to be prompted into adventure by virtue of danger. This is not a matter of you going and kind of like hiring on and going to pursue things or having, whatever. You are having to deal with things because some horrifically dangerous thing has entered your life and has changed it irrevocably. You can either fight back or flee or try to hide. That becomes the... what your style of play is, or what the play of the campaign is. All of that said, and here, let me show you the map of Talagad. One thing I will say, for those listening at home, one thing that is substantially different about this, many of the other Cubicle 7 Warhammer games that have been published have exceptional starter sets that come with them, but the starter sets are not necessary. There are some of them that are so good that you kind of, you can make continual use out of them, like the Warhammer Fantasy starter set, like the Soulbound starter set, like the War Wrath and Glory starter set. This is the first one that I kind of feel is mandatory. Like it's a third component to it, because there are things that you will find in that are not in the core book, like this great breakdown of the neighborhoods of Talabad, like the details of each of the different places that are numbered on here. That's only in the starter set. The starter set is exceptional as well. Like it's definitely can be used just as an introduction to the game, but it really kind of feels like they've figured that because for whatever reason, the starter set is not just a way of entering the game that is separate from the core rulebooks, the Game Master's Guide. And I guess that's something that's different too. There is now a Game Master's Guide and a Player's Guide, which is different from any of their other games. All their other games have been traditionally one core rulebook. Which is, kind of unfortunate. Only because it's about as long. Like combined, these are about as big as what any one of the rule books are. But I guess it keeps the entry cost down. In any event, I thought I would just mention the. There we go. I just beat myself. I thought I would mention that just because, having reviewed what's in the starter set and in the core books now, it really feels like you kind of ideally would want all three in order to kick a campaign off with set in Talagad. Other than that, the game is very similar. There are careers. There are origins, which is what used to be called races in the game. Character creation is random, but then you have the option of customizing the characters and ignoring what you rolled if you like. You are rewarded for going with the random results. So, Jeff, you can pretty much write down 4 XP for yourself now.
Mm-hmm.
The XP is... There's another interesting thing that is very different from the other games, too. Your abilities, so your stats, and your talents, your kind of like special abilities, advantages, or whatnot, or feats, they are all managed with XP, which you get per session, or over the course of character creation. Skills go up through use during downtime. So downtime has a much bigger prominent place in the game than what downtime did in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, where it was more of an appendage. You also have assets in the game, like each of your characters will have things that can, depending on what tier of play you're coming from, you may have something like, oh, I've got a handcart also access to, or a hidey hole. I got a hideout that I can safely go to. But it can also go up to, if you're from the gold tier, something like you have a noble estate. There's a neat mechanic too where you can buy down your tier. You can play a character who is a noble or a courtier or whatnot, but you're actually living as if it's a silver tier as opposed to the gold you would be. You get XP for doing that too, for playing a more grounded or earthbound character. Species you can play are similar to the core book for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. There are dwarves, there are high elves, there are wood elves, there are halflings. There are no gnomes in the book yet, but I imagine that's going to show up at some point because that is a fan favorite, it seems. And other than that, the magic system works very differently and encourages... There's a difference between the miracles and magic as there is in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, but there are more clear rules for how you're using miracles in this game than there was in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, which is kind of nice. And you end up with a much more limited spell list for spells if you're playing an arcane caster, but you can improvise magic in this game, which is pretty cool. That's probably all the big differences we need to talk about right now. Let's talk about I guess first off, do you guys have any questions about anything I've talked about thus far?
No.
All right, then let's talk about character generation. So your character sheets, I've got a sample one here. So the little X, let's talk about just what we're going to be kind of filling in here. You'll see I guess for one thing, the skill list is substantially shorter than what you see in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Each stat has 2 skills built off of it, and that's it.
Okay.
You also have lores, and lores are kind of like tags in like Fate or in or truths in some of the 2D20 games, where it's a thing that can either make a task easier, or it can make a task possible, or it'll give you some kind of contextual information that your character would know. Lores don't have ratings to them. You either have them or do not, and it's stuff that you'll accumulate as you make your character. Talents are what you think of like advantages or whatever. Like it's the neat little things that you get from your character that make your character different from anybody else. Trappings and assets. Trappings are tools or weaponry or armor that you have. They're possessions. Assets are more abstracted things. So it's like the access to a temple or the handcart or the horse and stable. It's something that is a more intangible thing that you're not going to write down. If you've got access to a noble estate, you're not going to write down how many servants you have at different places and what your annual income is and whatnot. It's just sort of an abstract thing. I will also tell you, I have loaded images for all of the contacts in the GM's guide. So regardless of what characters, what contact you have, we're going to have visual cues for those characters. So, because they're pretty cool. Unless there's any other questions. I mean, there's been 0 questions so far. So either it is my explanation is just that good, or there's just not enough to actually ask a question about yet. So let's have some character generation, guys. Starts on page 13 of the player's book. First thing we're rolling is Origin. If everyone can give us a D10 roll, please.
First rolls.
There you go. A dwarf for John. Imperial human for Jeff, and a Bretonian human for Sean.
Nice.
Now, if you do not want to if you take that, you get 1 XP. If you don't want to take that, you can pick whatever you want. You just don't get that bonus.
That's our origin, right?
That is your origin, yeah. So what you can do is, Jeff, I'm assuming you're taking what you rolled. Sean, yeah. What about you? You did.
Yeah, I'll take it. Mm-hmm.
Take it? How about you, John? Are you going to play a dwarf, or you want to pick a different race?
I am going completely random, so...
Nice, a dwarf. Okay, so everyone gets that. If you can write down, top right is your starting characteristics. If you can copy those down for your characters. And then we will see about what characteristic modifiers you're going to get.
Wait. Oh, that's our... Oh, okay.
Yeah, top right of page 13.
On the character sheet, what is the check mark box below the...
That is for a favored thing. That will come from your career.
It was just curiosity. I was like...
No problem.
It's not labeled. I don't like it.
No, and like the thing is, there also is, you'll see that on the far side, on the right side of the skills, there's like a number on the left-hand side. That's your rating in the skill. The other one on the other side, that's something you rolled or you modify during downtime. It doesn't factor into rolls. I'll tell you the dice mechanic, guys. You roll a number of dice equal to your stat, and you're looking to roll numbers equal to or less than your skill. So, for instance, if you have a weapon skill of 4 and you have a melee skill of 4, you're going to roll 4d10, and you're going to be counting every number that is 4 or less. So, Jeff, I don't mean to excite you too much, but this game rewards low rolls.
Don't tell Kevin, you just told Roll20. now it knows.
This could be your game, Jeff. This could be your...
So it's like Dragonbane.
Okay, so everyone has their stats recorded?
Yeah, and I put 1 XP and 3 fate.
Okay, now, would everyone give us a 3d10 roll? And we're going to re-roll any duplicates. Okay, John, +1 to toughness, +1 to fellowship, and +1 to a characteristic of your choice other than toughness or fellowship.
Oops.
Sean, you're getting +1 to fellowship, and then you're re-rolling 2d10.
Okay.
Because you rolled all 8s.
Yeah, I was unhelpful.
Jeffrey, +1 to fate, +1 to strength, and then re-roll 1d10. Okay, so then both Sean and Jeff, you get to add +1 to a stat you haven't modified yet. You can only modify it once at this stage. And then Sean, you also get +1 to weapon skill.
Okay.
So
The bonus one I can put in can that be on fate or?
The bonus one, any characteristic, yeah.
Wait, +1 fate.
Yeah, I got 2 +1 to 2, and then a floating +1.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What if I don't want to have to pick one stupid character choice of my own?
Roll a die. You could roll your own die.
I could.
I'll go with the 2 fate. That's fine.
Take
yeah, because dwarves start with 1.
2.
Oh, dwarves start with 2, right?
Quit letting me. Oh,
Yeah.
you gave me another 10.
You're gonna have to choose.
Oh, you silly game. Fine, I'm gonna take some weapon skill. Weapon skills are always good.
So
You
then,
can roll
if we
D9. It does
turn-
do D9s.
Oh, yeah, could have. You're right, Sean. Oh, I
Come
screwed
on,
up.
Jeff. My goodness, man.
I just clicked re-roll.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're gonna put down your origin options. So we're gonna turn to page 20, actually 22 for all of you. So what you're gonna do is each of you is gonna roll 2d10 and check the random talents. I'm just going to go top to bottom on the options here. Sean, because you are playing a Bretonian character, you roll those 2, re-roll duplicates, and then you can swap one of those for the honor-bound talent, or talent if you'd like. You can take the 2 you rolled, or you can take honor-bound.
Okay, I may need you to one more time. What happened?
So let's do this. Why don't you roll 2d10 for us?
Okay.
And we'll re-roll duplicates. Yeah, we don't have to. So what you rolled is Golden Voice, which kind of allows you to like mimic sounds. And 9 is Vanguard. I actually don't know what that one does. You can take both. Oh, sorry. You can take Golden Voice and Vanguard as your talents, or you can swap one of those out for Honor Bound. Mm-hmm. You can see what page that's on at the top of page 22. John, you're next up. Dwarf is up next.
Okay.
2d10, please.
4
and 10. Ooh, Armor Bane or Honor Bound, but you must swap one of those for magic resistance. Okay. So you're taking either Armor Bane or Honor Bound as well as magic resistance. And if you want to look up what they do, guys, talents start on page 73. 73. And then, Jeffrey, give us a 2d10 roll, please.
2d10.
3 and a 2. You gain Faith and Hardy.
These are called
the talents.
Talents.
And you can start finding them on page 73.
Oh, do we just type them in this box, or do we use this add button? Oh yeah, okay.
You type in the box, and you can probably cut and paste from the PDF, or you can.
Yeah, hold on, party.
All the talents are quite nicely. I shouldn't say all of them. Most of them are quite short. Honor Bound is a bit of an onerous one.
Yeah, I just saw that one. I'm not doing that one.
Sorry, what page did you say to go to? Jump to?
The talents start on 73 if you want to read what they do.
I just want to paste them in. Oh, Faith is really long.
And while I think of it, I'm going to actually have. Where is it here? I have a PD.
Okay.
Gods, page 138. That's actually matters just which god I pick.
Yeah. So, and again, like you can choose to pick that after you know what your career is. You don't. Okay, yeah, you don't need to make that selection just yet. Just so you know that you've got that faith. You can. Let's see here.
Because I have to come back. Yeah. I could roll.
Well, some of these things, like you. Okay, I guess if you've got your talents in, guys, or your talents selected, what you can also do is, for each of you, set all of your skills to 2. So your skills, and it'll be the left-hand column you're going to want to have at 2, and then we'll modify those according to each of your backgrounds and your careers afterwards.
I'm just going to paste this one in.
Set each of our skills to 2, you say?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And it's the left-hand column that you want to have as a 2.
Okay.
The right hand is tracking advancement during downtime. I've also brought over, I don't know if this will be of value or not, but I have the PDFs of all the pre-gens for the rest of the weekend. And, not the rest of the weekend, but for tomorrow. They have several of these things in, like Golden Voice is in there. I've got Honor Bound cut down to a more manageable kind of, so just the rules, not like everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so forth. So that's now under the PDFs page or folder here.
Okay.
Once you guys are finished with your skill ratings and getting your talent selected, let me know, and then once we're all ready, we'll move on to the next step. So, Sean, do you know who the Bretonians are, right?
The French.
Exactly. The faux French.
The faux French, indeed.
Wait, okay. Where's the skills? Lower down?
Skills are right next to your stats. You see where your weapon...
Oh, like melee, defense, shooting, throwing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's the left-hand column you want to have. All of those will be at 2.
Except for... It says... For an Empire human...
Just enter all 2 first, and then we'll make the modifiers.
Oh, wait until you determine your career before you choose. I see, because it could... You want skills that work with your career.
Yeah, and some of them, and like you're going to need to put numbers in each of them anyway. Better to just start with all 2s and then make the modifications as needed. And again, the left-hand column is what you want.
Man, the developer should have just defaulted all these things to 2.
The sheet's better than nothing. It's not. It's a fan-made thing, so like it's certainly better than having no sheet at all.
The person who made this, thank you, and also you should default everything to 2 because that's where it starts.
It's surprising that I mean maybe it's just because they're supporting Foundry more so than Roll20.
Are we going to come back to do lore later?
Yes, yeah, we're going to do just everything in order here.
Well, so it's in the human box. I'm still in the human box.
Yeah. So you were just, if you got the skills entered in, and you're waiting to you've got your information for your talents in.
Yep.
You're good. John, how are you doing? Sean's got a thumbs up. Okay. And starting with our Bretonian again, you can raise melee and toil up to 3 and pick 2 other skills, but you can wait to choose those optional ones until you see what your career is. John, you just start with melee, toil, endurance, and willpower at 3. And Jeff, you had yours. You can wait until you choose a career. Under lores in the center column, you're going to add what is listed there or what the options are. So the Bretonian gets lore Kingdom of Bretonia, and you don't need to put lore whatever. You can just put down Kingdom of Bretonia and then pick either High Society or Farming as your second one. You gain Dwarf Mountain Holds and Literacy.
And then Imperial or Empire.
Yeah, so are you a dwarf from the Empire or are you a dwarf from one of the mountain holds?
Considering one of the Bretonians is going to be the Imperial, I'll choose Empire.
Yeah. So then, you'll have mountain holds, literacy, and the Empire as your lores. And then, Jeffrey, you get the Empire and any city or provincial lore of your choice. I'm going to suggest you either take Talabheim or Talabek as the province. And the difference will be is the amount of value you get out of it and how precise you can be with it is how narrow your lore is. So, for instance, an example, if you chose Talabek, you might know where to find like a bunch of the smaller villages and so forth in the province itself, but you wouldn't know where to find a specific shop or a specific intersection in the city of Talabheim itself. Whereas if your lore was in Talabheim, you would definitely know that information.
Right. So 1 is the city, 2 is the province.
Correct. So you choose, and you also get the Empire.
So Talabek is the province?
Talabek is the province, correct. Okay. Everyone has their lores recorded?
Yep.
Sir.
Flying along here. Everyone give us a percentile roll, please.
D100. Yeah.
What?
Town Watch for John. And for Jeff, you are a Imperial Human, a soldier. And for Sean's character, a Bretonian 96, Town Watch as well. I think we know how you guys came to know each other.
Seriously.
Now, you do not need to take that career. If you choose to not take that career, you get one. If you take the career, you get 1 XP. If you choose to pick a career, you just don't get that XP, but you can feel free to select one if you don't want to be a town watch.
Jeff, what's your XP up to?
It'll be up to 2 after I choose
good.
soldier.
Then I'm good. Then I have done right.
Let's see. Town watch. Let's see.
I'm checking. I'm cross-checking.
So
honestly,
we've got...
Town Watch will fit my stat spread, so I will keep that.
Okay. So then we got a soldier and 2 members of the Town Watch. If you guys turn to page 53, you will find the Town Watch there, and on page 51, you will find the soldier. Ooh, you can record. So here's you can record your status now as well. The soldier is a silver status. The Town Watch is brass status. What you can also do is, if you are of the silver status, you can gain 1 more XP by reducing your status down to brass.
Hell no.
Well, no.
I'm better than these guys.
Or are you the soldier?
Yeah.
Oh, the other 2 guys who are Town Watch got it.
Yeah, okay. I'm the high-end guy. That's correct.
All right, so John asked about the little ticks underneath the box. Your favored characteristics are listed under your profession. Put the little ticks underneath to mark those. Okay. So weapon skill, toughness, and reason for the soldier, and weapon skill, initiative, and fellowship for the members of the Town Watch.
Okay.
Where do we put our level or whatever? I don't
Status. It's on the bottom right, just above where the coins are.
Oh, there. Oh, now I see it.
Okay.
It just was already there. That's what was confusing me. Okay, perfect.
Okay. Then each of you see there are skill bonuses there, +1 to 4 of the following skills. You can't add +2, so you got to pick 4 separate skills, but they can be skills that have been raised already. So those of you who have been sitting on, I think, Sean, you've got 2 more skill ranks to add, right? To 2 more skills to raise up from your Bretonian background, unless you did that already.
Yes,
and then Jeff, you've got 3 as Imperial Human. So go ahead and select those guys from what's listed there. Then record your lore, please. Your career will also grant you a career talent. You can record that as well.
So, province is the next region up from city. Is that right? A city isn't a province. It's the next one.
Province would be the next, yeah.
Next, yeah. Huh.
And if you want to be, it's a port town, so it's not next to technically a city, but it's probably like city lore would reference town as well. If you want it to be Talabad, where the campaign actually takes place, that's great as well. And like that's also, sorry, Talagard, not Talabad. Talagad, it's not guard.
Testing this.
I always want to add an R in on that because Talagard sounds correct where Talagad does not.
Wait, which one? This is the province and the city?
So Talabek is the province. Talabheim is the major city. The port town that is adjacent or nearby is Talagad, where our adventure takes place.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah. So the Town Watch are probably members of the Talagad Watch. Because you would be sending people out from Talabheim to Talagad. Not members of the Town Watch, at least. You'll then also get to pick your trappings or and your assets from your career. And everyone remember to put down that 1 XP you got, right? Because there is a step in the character generation where you actually can spend that. You can, when you roll for random assets as one of your last things, you can spend 1 XP to roll as if you were 1 tier higher.
What's the difference between a brass and silver weapon?
It's the cost. If you look in the equipment is see the back as well. Spells, there's combat, services. All right, weapons start on page 93. And I'll tell you the cost. Brass, silver, or gold.
So I have a silver melee and a dagger.
So silver could be like sword, warhammer, morning star, a polearm, a flail, a billhook, halberd, glaive, great axe.
Let's go classic sword.
Sword, you got it.
Warhammer sounds cool. Not Warhammer, Morningstar sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sword, dagger, okay. Trappings.
You said 90 something?
93 is where the melee weapons start, and then range weapons are 2 pages forward. And thrown weapons are the page after that.
Gold.
Oh, no Morningstars are...
Yeah, morning stars are listed under page 93. It's a silver. You get it?
Yeah, it says it's tiring to use and loses effectiveness over time. Yeah, I get a brass or silver weapon is in my trappings.
Yep, so you could dig a morning star if you want.
Is there one that provides damage bonus against armored enemies, like great axes?
John, I'm a little offended you're thinking of stat first here, but I'm not surprised.
It ties into the talent that I picked up.
Oh, I see, okay. Axe. +1 damage against enemies wearing armor.
Yeah, that's just typical dwarf. We're going with an axe.
Yeah.
So it says assets armory. It's going to be a piece of armor, you think?
So assets are... No, it's not a piece of armor. It is... Let's see here. Assets. A brass army. You can access a guarded storehouse of weapons, ammunition, and armor with quartermasters to catalog them and smiths to repair them. Brass characters have access conditionally when their lord permits it and when no one is paying attention. Silver characters have permission to access state troop facilities, and gold armories denote a private collection. So basically it would give you access to any other brass kind of weapon. If you're, as a town watch, keeping a silver weapon, then it might be like a heirloom or something you were granted or gifted or whatnot, as opposed to something that was out, you were outfitted with.
Mm-hmm.
John, if you want a two-handed weapon, the great axe is a silver weapon. It also gives +1 damage against enemies wearing armor, but it is -1 melee dice. Does more damage too. Strength +3.
I think that's harder to hit, right?
Harder to hit, yeah.
It's a good thing boosted melee is one of my things. So
yeah. So if you want to take great axe instead of an axe, that's an option.
Yeah, do that.
And yeah, take Barry. If you want to see what the assets do, incidentally, that is on.
Yeah, Mark of Honor sounded good, so I took that one.
Page 104. And Mark of Honor. Yeah, so you're likely an ex-soldier. Then assets also have that kind of situational benefits, the way that lores do. Remember to mark down your career talent as well.
Yes, I'm envisioning an older dwarf that has decided to somewhat retire and be a town's watchman.
Okay.
As much as retiring goes for dwarfs.
Yeah. Do you have your trappings, your assets, your lores, and your skills picked, guys?
Yes.
You're good, Kit Johnston? No rush whatsoever, too.
I haven't written down what the weapons and stuff do yet. I just recorded what they are.
Oh, that's okay. We can fill that in before we start playing.
T+1. Resilience.
But yeah, I have everything typed in from where we were.
Awesome. What'd you select as your asset?
Oh, sorry, I didn't pick that yet. I was gonna wait until we got to the asset roll.
I don't think you can, actually.
Well, just so I could read what they say.
Oh, well, yeah, you would see what the assets are on page 104.
Yeah. I mean, you could roll a die to pick for you, but I don't think that's built in for a table.
Well, there's no... Yeah.
So the buildings and other assets are on page... well, it actually starts on page 103. Animals and vehicles are there, then buildings and establishments. The armory is what I mentioned before, that you would basically have access to weaponry of the silver grade because of your silver tier. Barracks would... Let's see here. You can access lodgings and secure offices for state troop or other military officers to review intelligence, plan strategy, or relax with the troops. Silver barracks are muster halls where large numbers of soldiers lodge together. Gold barracks include officer quarters and planning rooms, so you would have access to silver. So if you want to live in a barracks there, and then Mark of Honor is what John's character picked. That's the it's some kind of reward or whatnot that you receive for military service.
Mm.
Do any of those particularly stand out for you?
Let's just choose the armory.
Armory, okay.
Okay, there we go.
And then Sean, what are you?
Only thing I haven't done is choose my weapon.
Ooh, what are you
I'm doing
thinking?
that right now. I mean, oh, there's that one too. A little tempted. I feel like the town watch does pole arms pretty often, or spears, pole arms.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually don't. It's been unusual that I've had something like that. That's what I'm let's see, I'm right there. Let's see.
A town watch talent is pretty cool.
I haven't read it yet. I pasted it, but I haven't.
Shine a light. Your natural suspicions keep you on guard for anything that disrupts the peace. When a murder, fire, or other serious incident happens in an area you have a city or provincial lore for, word of it always reaches you quickly, and you gain +1 dice on tests to glean insights about what happened.
Nice. That's kind of cool.
We might as well talk about what the other aspect of the dice rolls, the grim and the glorious rolls, guys. If you are making a normal roll, you do as you said. You roll the dice equal to your stat, and you're looking for numbers equal to or less than whatever your skill rating is. If you are rolling a grim result, you re-roll any successes. If you are rolling a glorious test, you re-roll any failures. So it's kind of like advantage, but you get to kind of keep the successes you got beforehand. There are different mechanics that'll make you roll with a grim roll or a glorious roll. So I actually don't know. I imagine the character sheet has some way of doing that, but I don't know what. Let me see here. Oh, there's a dice mod. And it doesn't have... I don't see anywhere on the sheet to actually, like, trigger it as being grim or glorious. So we're just going to have to re-roll, I guess, manually.
Yeah, pay attention to it.
Yeah, because there is a dice mod of, like, adding dice in for the macro, but there isn't one for Grim or Glorious. It was condition. Yeah.
He got to program the weapon stuff in. My dice pool would be like weapon skill, and then my melee, and then any penalty.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. So
hey, John, did you land on what weapon to go with?
I think a halberd.
Halberd, okay. Then we are moving into your contacts, guys. Let's see here. Jeff, you're gonna get you're rolling on comrades in arms and then common folk, and actually all you guys are. So this is on page
58 is comrade.
Yeah, comrade in arms. So Jeff, let's start with you. Go ahead and give us a percentile roll, please.
All right, here we go.
This is your comrade in arms contact, 45. Ooh. Let me show you Manfreda. So, I'll make a handout for you afterwards, but this, Jeff, is Manfreda.
Oh, I can't see it. Wait 1 second here. Just want to type that in, Manfreda.
Manfreda Skovgard. She's a warrior priest of Ulrich and a defector from Middenheim, further to the north. You worked together once to defeat a common foe. That's how you know Manfreda. I'll give you a handout for Manfreda afterwards. John, give us a percentile roll, please. 84. Oh, Rosamunda Nemevich. This is, where is she? Rosamunda. Here we go. Look at this one. Rosamunda Nemevich is an impoverished deserter, formerly of the Free Companies. And they recount their harrowing war stories to you and are glad of your company. That's how you know Rosamunda. I'll make a handout for her as well. And then Sean, you say percentile roll, please. 59. Ooh, Lieutenant Danya Klossner. And this is Lieutenant Danya Klossner. He's a lieutenant in the Talagad Long Sights, a military unit of Fusiliers. And 29, you saved his life in battle, and they have promised to repay the debt. That's how you know Danya Klossner.
Somehow in there, it's somewhere I got my halberd in there too, I think.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. And then common folk. Jeffrey, back to you again. Just give us a percentile roll. 69. Loti Babkina. Loti is great. I know she is the proprietress of, I believe it's the River Run. Actually pretty nice establishment. That's Lottie. Lottie is the landlady of the River Run Inn. She's gregarious and welcoming. And you were once trapped inside the establishment, perhaps by foul weather or by besieging beastmen.
Or by an insatiable thirst.
Yeah. So that is Lottie. John, what's your percentile roll? See who your common folk is. 43. Ooh, Tordi Trondotter. And where's Tordi? Oh, she is. Look at this, smiling. There you go. Tordi Trondotter is an imperial dwarf master crafter who is vigilant for suspicious goings-on. And they created something for you. A sturdy blade, a finely made ring, and you still owe them for it. So Tordi made something for you. And then Sean, give us a percentile roll, please. 77. Lottie! Once again. But you know Lottie for a different reason. So once again, there's Lottie. You still owe them for the problems you caused during your last visit.
Dope.
And Lottie, again, is the landlady of the River Run Inn. So those are your contacts, guys. If you want to put those under contacts and put down how you knew them. And I'm happy to show, because you guys have two who have contacts with Lottie. This is the River Run right here, guys.
Oh, what a great spot.
I probably drink there all the time, but I don't know her very well, so.
This is the cold side of Talabheim, partly because it's on the other bank. It is arguably part of a different province. So this is kind of it's not Fort Saskatchewan. It's not Yorktown either. What's the town that is partly in Alberta, partly in Saskatchewan? Jeff, do you remember?
Oh, man. Battleford?
No. North Battleford, maybe.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
So it's like that, where there is kind of things on both sides. It is all part of one city, but it is arguably part of a different province, although the ruler of Talabak does not agree to that. So that is your contacts, and I'll make handouts for that while you guys are filling in info. Final steps, guys. Brace yourself. First, you can increase a skill from 3 to 4, or you can increase 2 skills from 2 to 3. So 1 skill from 3 to 4, or 2 skills from 2 to 3. If you've got a skill at 4 already, you already have a skill at 4. You cannot change that one.
When was the opportunity to gain more experience?
You got 1 for randomly generating your career, your origin, 1 from randomly generating career, 1 for determining characteristics, and then 1 for if you're reducing your status. So you should have 3.
Yeah. Right. So we should have 3.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, got it. I didn't.
And then we will roll a random asset afterwards, and you can spend 1 XP to roll as if it is 1 step higher. But you had to spend that before you roll. But as the game says, be aware, assets of a higher status than your own often become targets for theft or confiscation by one's social betters.
Okay, this may influence my choice to spend a point. Is there an opportunity to purchase a throwing weapon or something later on? During character creation?
That is, let's see here.
I'm sure I could throw a dagger, but
if...
Oh, that's what the XP could be spent on, to increase the skills? To gain a talent?
No, you can't increase skills. Again, skills are increased only during downtime.
No, but the final steps here.
Final steps, it's to basically buy another talent. Because you're not going to have enough XP to be able to actually raise your stats. If you look on page 66, raising a characteristic is an amount of XP equal to the new value of that characteristic. I guess if you got a 2, you could. And then if you're increasing a favored characteristic, one conferred by your career, it reduces the cost by 1. So you're going from a 2 to a 3, but I think most of you guys have 3s in most of your stats.
Oh, so when we either, in the final steps, we either increase the skills, gain a talent, but you have to spend the XP on it.
Yeah.
Or roll on the random asset table.
No, you're rolling on the random asset table anyway, but what you can spend 1 XP to do is roll as if you are 1 tier higher. So you are silver tier from your soldier career, you would roll on the gold tier for your asset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and similarly, the others would roll on silver if you're spending 1 XP. Now, as far as acquiring gear, let's see here. You're starting the adventure without it, John.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that would affect what I spend it on.
Okay.
We're not on final steps yet, right?
Did everyone pick their skill that they're going to increase?
Yeah.
Yes.
Debating my last. I picked the 2 plus 1s to the number 2, so I got to pick the other one. And I'll make him a sneaky old codger. I'll put it in stealth. There we go.
I have
Okay.
2 things left to do. I have my faith. I need to pick my god, and I need to record what my weapons and armor do.
Okay, that's fine. Before we, if you've got your skills done, let's go back to your origin. It's on page 22, and everyone give us a D10 roll, and then re-roll if you get a result that you've already received, or talent you've already received. That is, so Sean, steer clear. You also get the steer clear talent. John, you're also getting the Longbeard talent. And Jeffrey?
Yeah, it's right.
Just playing in
3. You're also getting the Hardy.
Oh, I already
talent.
have that one, so
Go roll again.
One.
You're also getting exceptional hearing.
Very nice.
Okay. And then we have our random asset table. So, is everyone staying within their means, rolling on their tier, or is anyone spending 1 XP to roll 1 tier higher?
I will spend an experience and roll higher.
Okay, so you're rolling on silver. Give us a percentile roll. 80. Your generous donations are rewarded with special favors from a temple. You can put a temple under your assets.
Ooh.
We can figure out what god that'll be afterwards. I mean, it'll be what's not Myrmidia is maybe the goddess, but this is a different era. I don't know if the spread of the faith of Myrmidia has actually come. Let's see here. She's listed as one of the gods in here. Ulrich.
I mean, I'm obviously going to spend one of my XP.
Myrmidia? Yeah, 148.
Oh, maybe, yeah, she is, okay. So yeah, Myrmidia, depending on whether you see or you view yourself as like an honorable military person or like a more...
Absolutely honorable.
Okay, then Myrmidia, maybe the temple that you... And sorry, Jeff, you were saying something?
Oh, just I'm for sure spending an XP to get a gold tier.
Go ahead and give us a percentile roll.
And if someone's trying to take it from me, that's just exciting.
42.
Oh, that's the one I already... Oh, no, I didn't take
No, no, this becomes gold barracks then.
No, but I took armory anyway, so now I have...
Oh,
silver
right.
armory and gold.
Yeah, so you've also got...
barracks.
You're in with the military corps. Or the officer corps.
That's right, they like me. They
Maybe see some future in you. How about you, Sean? Are you rolling on brass or are you rolling on tier at the cost of 1 XP?
I think I'll just roll on brass.
Okay, go right ahead. Percentile roll, please.
Oh,
87. You have a mark of honor.
Nice.
Either a treasured possession or a haunting reminder. Sorry, Jeff, what was your...
there were lores on our classes that I forgot to write down.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So go back and... You do actually get to select, I think, one of those as well. And your faith, Jeff, do you feel like the faith is connected with your profession? In which case, maybe the priest of the faith of Myrmidia may be the choice of like honorable things, or is it a faith unrelated to that?
I feel like it's the faith of his childhood, so...
So it's probably Tal. If you are from here, Tal is the god of the patron deity of the Grand Duchy of Talabek, and the god of Lord of the Wild. So Tal is Taal.
Okay, and what it does for me is if I follow their tenets, I gain their boon or their favor or something.
That's cool.
Nice. So Tal's favor is... Here we go. Tal's favor You are at home in wild places and find them more comfortable than stifling towns and cities. Any tests you make to hunt, track, or pass stealthily through the wild are always glorious. Additionally, you always know when you're being followed in the wild.
That is a boon for Kevin's games there, Jeff.
So, wait, sorry, glorious. What were the 3 skills that I use in the wild?
So it's on page 141. It's less so like the specific skills and more so just like when you're doing these things
in the wild.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you any tests you make to hunt, track, or pass stealthily through wilderness areas are always glorious.
Okay, hunt, track, or
And glorious is always re-roll failures. Grim are re-roll successes.
right.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. War, military, textiles.
Much of the game does feature a kind of like role-playing investigative component to it. So the lores are a really clever way of incorporating kind of a game mechanic of just what your character knows. It's like the truths from I think the ones they have them in Star Trek Adventures as well. I think the truths from Acton Cthulhu are the clearest defined kind of things that cover those, not having you make a separate skill check, but allowing you to kind of at a glance understand, oh, this is what my character knows and has advantages in and whatnot. So textiles could also be like identifying fabrics. It could be when you're trying to repair things. It could be, maintaining sails on a ship or something like that.
Right.
Okay, and then you guys have your XP. Everyone's speed is listed as average. You determine your resilience by adding your toughness to any bonus you get from armor. Did any of you get access to heavier armor, or is it all light armor?
Light for me.
Yeah, I received light armor.
So toughness plus 1 is your resilience. The way that the game works is for damage. If you take damage, it's whatever the damage stat is of your attribute or whatever, plus net successes. We compare that. If it is greater than your resilience, you either suffer a wound or you have to, or you have to withdraw. Is it listed on here? No, it's not. The game's got an interesting
resilience. Oh, okay.
What was that, Jeff?
I was just looking at how this works. Okay.
If you roll, what I know for certain is if you roll less, then you become staggered. So if you take damage that is less than whatever's there, you become staggered. Becoming staggered a second time, you are forced to either withdraw or fall prone. Withdrawing is moving back 1 zone, or you suffer a wound. If they roll higher than your resilience, you suffer a wound. You can spend fate to avoid that, but I believe you have to burn fate. Is that on the combat cheat sheet? Yes, it is. Here we go. So you can spend fate to make a test glorious. You can take a second different action on your turn, or you can act as a rear guard so your allies can retreat, or you can burn to negate the effects of a wound you just suffered. Yeah, wounds are kind of like, to be honest, how they work in a lot of story games, where they've got more of a narrative consequence to it. You don't have hit points or health or wound points or anything like that in this game. You're either wounded or you're staggered. Excuse me.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And so dying would be what?
If you rolled, let's see, there's a result of...
Okay, so D10 plus 1 for every wound. Okay.
So when you take wounds, you roll 1d10, and then you add another d10 for each untreated wound you already have. You add those together and you consult on the table. If you roll a 27 or higher, your head is cut off from your body and you die immediately.
Nice.
Yeah, and then there are other ones that are more wounded. You know what it reminds me of is the Year Zero games. Like if you remember how wounds work in like Aliens or in Vaesen, where it tells you what the mechanical impact is and then how you treat the thing, that's how it works in this. On the upside, when you're wounded, you lose the staggered condition. So, yay. Hey, then I think, guys, that's it. Oh, we know we have other details and connections to roll.
There's
a coordinate, right?
There's like physique, demeanor, quirks, and accessory stuff.
So, let's go through. We got dwarf and then human. So, everyone give us a D10 roll, please. This is your physique. All right, we've got a ragged, starved, or lanky Bretonnian. We have a leathery, scarred, and rough as granite dwarf. Wow. And we have a big, lethargic, or leisurely Imperial human.
What page is this on?
Page 62. 62. Okay. And
okay,
if you guys do, and again, you can reject this shit and make it whatever you want. Just this is take this as an option to go from. If everyone can give us another D10 roll, please.
I'm gonna go big and leisurely. Come on.
Thanks. All right, Sean, we got a warm, gregarious, or welcoming Bretonnian. We have a cunning, inventive, or flexible as brass dwarf. And we have a cold, harsh, or embittered human, Imperial human.
It actually goes well with the long beard thing the dwarf has.
Is Longbeard the old?
It is. Yeah, tougher and more.
Yeah, it's just what they call. I think that's the vernacular for like old dwarf in the setting.
I'm gonna go harsh.
Love it. Then would you each give us another D10? Let's give us see what your quirks and accessories are.
Oops.
Sean. Sean really wants quirks.
I really do.
John, you are you have a crude religious carving. Sean, we'll go with your first one there.
Yeah.
Soulless shoes. And you have a wax seal and parchment, Jeff. And then let's do so how we can do is someone is going to be rolling wait, do you have to each roll twice? Yeah, you do. Each give us a 2d10 roll, please. And I'll go the order I got you guys on the screen here. All right, so I'll go the order I see your rolls. John, you knew Jeff's character through business. Your partners in business, whether they're a customer, a supplier, investor, employee, someone might owe someone else the money. So that's how you two know each other. And then you and Sean's guy, you comrades. You fought on the same side of a fight, be it a coaching-in brawl or a battle against beastmen. You lost. And the question is, what did it cost you? Ooh, and then with the business one, which of you owes the other money between Jeff's character and John's character?
I already owe a blacksmith some money, so it'd be funny if the rich guy owed me something. If he's okay with that.
Did I owe you money?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What did you do that I owe you money?
Like that.
I mean, I do have a game set.
You'll lose to gambling then? Is that what?
Maybe we could tie the two, but like the reason
it was a business relationship, right?
Oh, business, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, partners in business, so we did some business together.
Well, because of the status difference, you're probably more of a like employee-employer relationship.
So maybe he owes me back pay?
Get paid. Maybe you hired him for a job?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Sean, what are you thinking? what did it cost you when? Well, for each of you, you can answer this. The dwarf and the other town watch. What did it cost you when you fought on the same side of that fight? Jasper, love it. Is it Jasper or do you pronounce the J? Jasper.
I think we're going to pronounce it. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. Yeah.
Maybe it cost me a tooth or something.
Okay, you're missing a tooth?
Yeah. Or maybe several.
Yeah, it could also be more metaphorical for the cost. Comrades or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Did you come from the military, Ulfar?
Yes, I'm ex-soldier.
Yeah, I think I am too. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we lost. Maybe we were with comrades, and we're the ones that survived.
And we could have lost our designations, and that's why we're in the town watch.
Yeah.
That would explain some of your comrades, or some of your contacts as well. One of you guys had, what's your name? Rosamund, right?
Yep, that was me.
Yeah. See, another ex-soldier.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. And then, Sean or Jeff, which of you would like to roll for the relationship between your two characters?
You think, Sean?
You would be responsible for it or what?
Sure, I can be responsible for our relationship.
Okay. D10, please. 10. Old enemies.
Oh.
You once fought on opposite sides of the conflict, perhaps a back alley shakedown or even a border skirmish between Imperial claimants. So figure out what the thing is, and then the question is, which side won?
Huh. We could also roll, whatever you think, if you have an idea for the winner.
Oh, like highest on D100 or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Continue the randomization.
High roll is no. This game's a low roll game. Lowest
So
roll.
we're doing a roll off, right? What die? What kind of die?
D100. They're the most
lowest wins.
Yeah, lowest wins because it's the format of the. Oh,
he got me. He got me.
We won.
And that may have been why you ended up in Talagad, I guess.
I mean, could you
you
have killed? I mean, I don't know if it may be too interfering, but did you kill our comrades?
Yeah, we could have been like different noble families like clashing together, but you know, there was like no hard feelings at the end of it. It could have been.
Yeah, somehow it's probably even more interesting of why there's no hard feelings. We'd have to come up with that.
Well, you guys were mercenaries, so like, who gives a shit what you're fighting on the side you're fighting on? Because you're paid to do it, presumably. You know, otherwise, so that could be why.
Are we still in the town watch? Is that the past?
You're still in town watch.
Yeah, we're still in town watch. So we joined the town watch after our loss.
Yeah.
And so we joined the town watch. Subsequent to Lars killing our comrades, son of a gun. And somehow maybe we reestablished the relationship as town watch. I mean, I did as town watch, which kind of reset things for some reason. Like, you know, what happened before was before, but now I'm town watch and you're something else. And somehow we had a reset because of this, because of our new life, you know, that mine and your, whatever yours is. What are you? You're a soldier?
I'm a soldier still. You know, maybe, part of it is like fitting in your new life. So, you know, maybe you ended up sort of coming here to work for you're just sellswords. Your side lost to our side. So now we've brought you here, you're working here. And it's like, well, you got to, you know, as a sellsword, you're starting a new life here. You need a friend. So, you know, you might as well befriend the guy who bested your comrades in combat.
Yeah. Maybe after killing your friend, and that could have been your friend was the aggressor there. He could have killed you or had his soldiers kill you and did not.
Oh, yeah.
maybe that was the opening for
Right.
what would become, then in amongst the prisoners, and they sort of let you guys go, and they realize that your mercenary unit's wiped out. Well, where are you guys going to go? And Lars is like, you know what? I might know somebody.
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds good.
It sounds dramatic enough to be interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Indeed.
So I think I need to get one.
Got a relationship with my character now, I think.
Oh, you
Oh, we have one.
Oh, yeah, we already stopped. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, did you guys have 2 duplicate? I think 2 of you have contact with Lottie, and 2 of you have contact with Rosamund, right?
No, I think Rosamund is the only one I got. Rosamund.
I don't have Rosamund. Jeff, you have Rosamund?
Sorry, where's my contacts? No, I have Lottie and Manfreda.
So I got there's Manfreda.
Yeah.
There is Lottie.
You have Lieutenant Danya Kloschner.
There is the Lieutenant Danya. And then Rosamund. And who am I missing?
Torty.
Oh, right, the dwarf. Right. Yeah, I didn't see her down there. Sorry. Let's see. How could I forget that smile and face, eh? Hodri Trondotar. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we have our contacts. We have our names for everybody. And we have your starting gear. The Grim Portent we're going to play out today.
Nice.
I think, guys. So, see here. You have your gear down. No one's got spells. No one's got miracles, so we don't need to worry about that.
I don't have my stats for my gear.
Okay, so why don't you start filling that in?
Pages now? Yeah, that's awesome. I just need this.
92-ish is about where they start.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm missing.
Great. Everyone else have their characters good to go and ready to go?
Just add them at dagger now.
Excellent.
Oh, and what is the...
Where'd you get your dagger from? I thought you said you didn't have one.
No, it's part of my trappings.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I was just debating whether or not I wanted to invest in throwing or something else, so...
Oh, the skill. I see. Sorry, John. I misunderstood your question from earlier. Okay, so I don't need these guys.
It could have been clearer, but no.
Okay. And...
Oh, nice.
What is
the dice? Oh, that's like the +1. Wait, what?
What are you looking at, Jeff?
Well, just on the character sheet it says dice pool, skill, damage.
Dice pool is your characteristic,
Your
and
stat.
skill.
Yeah.
And skill is, melee or shooting or something.
Yeah, whatever your... and then if there's modifiers to that, you just modify the dice roll. So certain weapons will have like -1d or +1d.
Yeah. So for me, I've got weapon skill of 4, and my melee's a 4. But I have a -1 because of my axe, so the skill ends up being a 3 instead.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah.
Wait, what?
So your dice pool starts with your characteristic. So weapon skill would be whatever your weapon skill is in dice. And then the next box is your skill. So whether it's melee or whatever.
Oh. Right, okay, so 3 for weapon skill, and then 4 for melee.
Mm-hmm. And then damage will be either your strength or strength plus whatever number is in the weapon.
Strength. 2. Okay.
Yeah, I named my character the knee cleaver for a reason.
+1 to defense when not staggered. And I also have a shield.
Okay.
Does that have like mechanical effect? Or...
I think
Yes.
any bit of gear or asset should have some.
The
Mechanical
shield
asset.
gives you +1 to your resilience, and it's carried, not worn, and use defense to oppose shooting attacks. Page 97.
Perfect.
I don't have a shield.
Oh, okay. +1 to resilience. And if someone shoots at me, I can use my defense to oppose it.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Hey, otherwise it's athletics that opposes. All attacks are contested rolls, just like in Warhammer Fantasy roleplay.
All attacks are what? What'd you say?
Are contested.
Contested.
But
Yeah.
ties go to the attacker.
Isn't couldn't we not dodge range attacks at a certain range or something?
No. You use athletics.
Okay.
So one thing that differs in the game uses zones, the way that a lot of games like the Fantasy Flight Star Wars or the 2D20 games. I mean, Imperium Maledictum uses it. Rules was written as well. Another neat thing about the game is you can improvise actions. It's kind of like if you've played Savage Worlds, where you can do a stunt, or a test where you're trying to like use a skill to impose a condition on somebody. That's what you can do in this. So, like, for instance, you can use brawn opposed by endurance to knock someone prone. You can use leadership to admonish an attacker and inflict the distracted condition. It's really kind of just, if you can sell me on a use of a skill to try and impose a specific condition, we can figure out what the contested roll would be for it. But Kev, how would I know what the conditions are? Well, guys, look at that. Got yourself a whole condition sheet.
And I love how each of them tell you how you can remove it.
Yeah.
And my longbeard thing is I can actually give a bonus to removing those.
Oh, awesome.
It gives me 1 die on any attempts to remove a condition from me or an ally.
Very cool. Yeah, it's cool. Like, the game is clearly just from, like, obviously we haven't run it yet, but like from making the pre-gens and from going through this, and reading the game, it definitely, you can see that it stands on the shoulders of a bunch of other games that have been pretty tightly designed.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it definitely, and it not steals, but it borrows ideas from some other games that likewise have learned lessons from, predecessors.
No, stop, drop, and roll. Don't be on fire. Ooh, I love the prone condition. Is pretty interesting.
Well, I was just checking Fate as well. Yeah, I'm really interested to see it in play, because it seems like it, at a glance, it seems like there's a lot of moving bits in here, but I think it's going to play a lot more cleanly than I mean, not that Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4, I love that game. It's not a bad game. I think we'll play a little faster than that. Have you guys any questions?
Came together pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, yeah. We started maybe 10 minutes late too, so about an hour and a half. Would you kindly tell us about your characters? Who is your character? What are their capabilities?
Well, Ufar Knee Cleaver is a leathery, scarred, and cunning old dwarf. Not quite old as his, he's become feeble, but he is definitely on the downward slope of his prime years.
Yep.
He is very melee oriented with weapon skill of 4 and melee of 4. He uses that big axe as nearly as big as he is to chop his foes to bits. He is magic resistant. Spells tend to slide right off of him. And he goes for the weak points in armor. He specializes in fighting armored foes.
Very cool.
He has very little regard to his own defense.
Okay. Lars? Jasper?
Yeah, sure. Lars, he is a big and harsh soldier, probably a veteran of quite a few fights, and he makes a lot of friends within the soldiering organization. In fact, he's sort of upped his ranks with the higher ups, and they treat him above his rank. But probably because he's very honest, he's very harsh. Like, he'll tell them the truth of what's going on amongst the ranks of men. So maybe they're kind of using his brashness as a way to get information about what's going on in the ranks. He thinks that they're friends, but maybe there's some he's being taken advantage of a bit. He's fights with a sword and shield, and we'll have to find out what this moment is in his life that's going to change it forever. Yeah.
And Jasper
Le Marical. He was in the army, and he did well. Like, he identified with that, and he actually in the action where he saved Lieutenant Klossner, he received a Mark of Honor.
Nice.
And for it, yeah. And like, everything was just kind of coming up roses a little bit. Like, he had big plans, and then the devastating fight he had fighting alongside Ulfar, where most of his unit was cut down, and their opponents let them go. Sort of cut short. Like, that was the end of the span of luck that Jaspar had. And so he's landed on his feet in the town watch. I mean, he still has his medal, but he doesn't look at that so much anymore. And now he looks at he's sort of taken his place with a symbol of office, his badge. So,
takes a lot of pride in that.
It's a symbol of office and a mark of honor both. So he got this, it's his badge, and he sort of, kind of puts his back against now in his new life. He fought with a halberd both in the military, and so when maybe he brought it with him. He probably didn't get a halberd from the watch. It seems a little highbrow for them, so I'm guessing. I have no idea, but
I think because, like, the blade is easier to make than a sword, and it requires the big shaft. I don't think it's quite as requires as much training necessarily as what a sword does.
Weapon I will offer. I'm pretty sure it's a silver.
So yeah, I mean, it's not a spear, right? So
right.
Yeah, definitely.
So he probably got it from the army, and he brought. He thinks it's my retirement. Thanks, kind of a thing. Took it with him, and so he uses his trusty halberd at work. And what do we think is a lighting kit? Oh, I see. Never mind. As soon as I said it, I know what it is. Forget it. It's lighting a torch, I assume. Yeah.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
Yeah, there we go. It was puzzling right until I said it. Then I'm like, never mind.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks, guys. So, what do you think of the Kerjin?
Yeah, it was fun.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and it gives you a little meat on the bone. I see. Like, I could have worked a little. I wasn't looking at my lores when I talked about him, so he's probably got some more stuff to that I could build into it, because he has farming lore that comes from being just Bretonian. So maybe before that, I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. He comes from farming. He decided not to follow in Dad's footsteps, and so he joined the military. He joined an army.
And I'm trying to remember the particulars of it, but the Bretonia, I think, has a much more entrenched class system. Yeah, than what the Empire has its class system as well too. But there is a bourgeoisie among them who have, even in this era, have some pretty significant standing.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being the case in Bretonia. It's much more of a closer to the feudal system. So you're a serf or you're warrior or you're royalty.
Well, he's also got high society lore, which is interesting. That came from somewhere in there. Don't know, but
watching his betters potentially.
Perhaps.
Because the serfs don't misbehave around their betters, or things don't tend to go well for them.
You got to keep track of what you can do, what you can't do.
So
he's big. He's also a big guy, and he's gregarious. And he sings, and he has a voice which he will unleash on you.
He's a golden voice. That's a cool one, eh?
He's a golden voice.
I like that.
It's a neat one. It's a neat talent.
Yeah.
Did we have a chance to spend those last experience we had?
Oh, I didn't.
You can spend them.
I'd forgotten to do it.
Me too.
So you said we could pick up a talent?
You can bank it if you'd like to. You'll typically get 1x. The games are just 1 XP per session.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, and fate refreshes at the start of each session.
Advancement, that's where we want to look, huh? Right?
Yeah.
The section advancement.
Now, has there been any illustrations that you've come across in the book that look like they fit your character? By any chance?
I was looking through Google to find one.
Well, the thing is, I prefer to use it from the book if possible, only because, for one, it's already made for the setting, and two, it's also less likely to be AI slop.
Yeah, I'm sorting out through that.
Just because, because it's got that Germanic, late medieval quality to the setting, there's certain more traditional fantasy stuff typically is just not kind of off model, and yeah. If so, I can easily rip it from the PDF during our break and load them up and have the headshots for you guys, the square headshots we use.
I'm just looking a little bit through the...
Me too.
There's not quite as many in here. If there are any from Warhammer Fantasy as well, I can grab that from that PDF.
Oh, yeah.
As well. While you're doing that, I'm going to take a look and see.
I mean, I could just use the soldier picture. That's fine.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a sword and a shield and whatever.
Okay, let me grab...
There's nothing wrong with it, I guess.
Okay. There it is.
It's got to be a dwarf in here with an axe. I mean, come on.
There's a woman who's a slayer.
I saw that one.
Yeah. But
I don't mind changing it to a female dwarf. That'd be hilarious. Long-bearded female dwarf.
Well, long beard doesn't, I don't think, necessarily mean that you've got a beard. I can't remember if the female dwarves are bearded in this, to be honest. There are... Oh, you know what? It might be in the GM's guide, John, that there's some pictures. Let me see if I can find...
Yeah, there's none that fit in the actual PDF.
I do have ones from the Warhammer Fantasy roleplay as well. Let me take a look. I think I've got some loaded. Let me see if I got some stuff for you to choose from here. I know I've got Grozim Grumbleshield loaded.
Oh, yeah.
He is sadly deceased.
Indeed, the late.
Yeah.
Okay, I found, I think.
Oh, great.
Up in Arms, page 14.
Okay, I'll grab
It's the picture for the halberdier.
Ooh, very cool.
Without the shield that this guy's got on his back.
Okay, so Warhammer Fantasy, Up in Arms. Where the heck are you? Here we go. Sorry, what page was it? 15, you said?
14.
14, okay. Brilliant. Okay.
Take an iron gut.
Oh.
Iron gut?
Yep. For my talent.
Oh, okay. I thought you found
Nice.
It's 2 experience, and I can take it, so I'm taking it.
Okay, so we got the halberdier saved. You get that soldier saved. Actually, and I wonder, John, if I've got... Is it a two-handed axe you're looking for?
It is a great axe, yeah.
Okay.
But I will accept the single axe as long as there's no shield.
Okay. So I think we have a GM's guide. Let me see here. What's the GM's? Hold up. Not the guide they hand out. There we go. I'm looking forward to this coming out in print. A great deal. The stuff from the starter set in particular, there's a lot of really useful shit for like sandboxing within the setting, where it's easy to, like, there's 2 paragraphs about a thing. I heard, like, one of the games that influenced the design of this one is Blades in the Dark, and I see that influence having now read the setting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a minor.
There's a faith one. What was that? Oh, 4.
Okay. Let me see here.
I could take defensive stance instead. That might be better.
Oh, for your talent?
Yeah, I think I'll go defensive stance instead.
Okay. And then soldier, here we go. And John, I got, let me take a look at the dwarf book for Warhammer Fantasy. Has a bunch of shit in it. What's it called?
Yeah. Looks like I have that PDF handy, I think.
Okay, give me a sec here. Oh my god, there are too many books in here. I should have renamed these PDFs.
Those are spells.
High Elf Player's Guide. Okay, Dwarf Player's Guide. Where are you? Come on, big money. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Dwarf Player's Guide. Here we go.
No, don't have the dwarf player guide.
Oh, I'll grab a couple of images and you can tell us if any of these fit what you're thinking here. That's a dude with a hammer. Where are the classes or careers go? We're really having a run of Warhammer games. We're doing Darren's pick is Old World for tomorrow, and then we're playing Soulbound for Dave's birthday.
Oh, tomorrow?
No, like in about a month's time.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that's, unless you want a guy with an eye patch.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, is that cool, kid?
Yep.
And actually, you know, this is your character's older, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He probably just uses that to preserve his night vision.
Let's see. Oh, motherfucker. Wrong button.
Ooh, fuck me, cleaver.
So
There's a talent in here where you get like small stature. Would be pretty hilarious. But I saw if you use a two-handed weapon, you get burdened or something. Like, no thanks.
yeah, yeah, no, that would. Okay. Okay, let me quickly do a little Photoshop magic here. All right. I'm going to take a look at one more thing, John, just to give you other potential options. I was going to see if there's anything else that looks particularly... Oh, what's that? Oh, but John, I think I may have found the one for you.
I trust your judgment.
Judging only from... Well, I'm going to give you both as an option here. We'll see which one you pick, and I'll tell you whether it's the one I thought or not. Okay, I love that they've got Gotrek and Felix in the dwarf book. I actually have a road trip coming up pretty soon. And I'll be able to listen to some more Gotrek and Felix.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Okay, let me load these in here, John, and you can give us the pick. I got 3 for you to choose from.
A plethora of options.
Yeah. Hey, we aim to please here. All right. Let's get these in. One of them I'm going to have to crop just if you end up choosing that one. Just load these in. All right. Otherwise, I think we've got your character names, we've got your character connections and everything, guys. I think we're going to be good to go. We'll play some games after we get back from our break.
Sounds good.
Nice.
I'll try and kill you as hard as I fucking... I mean, we're going to have fun. You guys will no doubt survive, I'm quite certain. And it'll be neat to see... You're playing a dwarf today and an elf tomorrow, John.
Yes. Well, I think both of those were elves to choose from, so...
Yeah, I did have... It was both high elves. I wondered it because we didn't have any elf PCs in any of our Warhammer games so far, so I figured for the pre-gens it'd be cool to have 2 high elves, and then the afternoon we're playing a Bretonnian knight in exile and a human wizard.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just going to load these images in here. Go. Oh, Anna says hi.
Hey, Anna.
Anna Banana's been having just a lovely day today. It's like 21 here today, Celsius.
Nice.
She was out on the... sitting in her chair for most of the morning, screaming at people walking their dogs for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, so I just need to do the headshots for them. I'll do that during our break. John, here are your 3 options, in no particular order. I don't know how to count in Khazalid, so you have to excuse my ignorance. Okay, so option number 1 here is this fella. Option number 2 is this fella. And option number 3 is this fella. Oh, we just lost a connection here, guys. Hold up.
Also, it's reminiscent of, I wouldn't say Pathfinder art, but I do like the stylization of that drawing.
Yeah, it's got more detail in it for sure. So here, let me, I've got, I need to do the headshots for each of the characters. Give me a sec here, but I'll get...
Getting to the points where I'm starting to get fancy with some of my images. I'm getting like a transparent layer to put on to blur out the white and finding a background I like them and slap them on it and then make a token out of that.
Nice.
So...
Okay, there's that. Lars. There's that, and I'll do the headshots in a sec here, and... All right. All right, here. All right, Wolfar. Okay, so then I just need to do the, I can close that, I can close that. All right, so guys, why don't we take, if everyone's got everything set up in their character sheet, why don't we take a 5-minute break here, we'll refresh our beverages, go to the washroom, I'll come back, I'll get those tokens done, and then I'll get those set up, and then we'll play some Old World.
Excellent.
All right. For those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, I've unmuted myself. To get these headshots done. Okay. Down. And hey, everybody at home, by the way. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend thus far. It really feels like summer might actually come this year now.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, last one. Oh, let me just load these suckers in here. I'm sure this is fascinating viewing for the folks at home. See this side of Kev's stupid head and watch as he fucks around with Photoshop. Apologies will be done momentarily.
I just read the Lucky Talent. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah? What does it do?
First time you spend fate each session, it's free, even if your fate is 0. And additionally, anytime you gamble, it's a glorious test.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
It's for experience, though, so it's not cheap.
Oof. Yeah. And I don't know, like, I haven't read about changing careers or advance. I know you can change careers in the game. I didn't read. It's not going to come up this weekend, so.
Yeah.
I guess I need to load.
Ooh, they got maximum characteristics for origins. I need to look at that. Okay, so 5s for what, initiative and fellowship for dwarves? Okay. And agility. Okay. I'm not anywhere near that.
Huge. Okay. Let me get these set up here. All right. Jasper. Le Marcal. Look at that. Beaucoup de French. Or sehr französisch, as a Reichländer might say. Oop, I just put the wrong fucking thing in. Hold up. I just made you look an awful lot like your other character. Alrighty. What's up, sweetie? Anna's trying to decide whether she's going to commit to staying in here or whether she's going to go elsewhere. Oh, she's elected to stay with us. Yay. Spare. Go. So, I wonder. Will this work? Yeah, I guess. There you go. Got a green bar for your fate points. You got no health, so no real point in recording that.
Nice.
There we go. Nice. Get you finished here. Are. There's Lars. bigger there. And your current luck, or current fate rather, not luck. Okay, are you just always thinking about Tales of the Valiant? I mean, you know, mostly nowadays. What's your luck stat, Lars? Or fate stat?
4.
4. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
There you
Fate
go.
Lucky guy.
There we go. And then let's get Ulfar.
2.
Oh, 2. Okay, I think you know you've got your current. Is that Jeff didn't have his current fate listed, so I didn't have to add that in.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Oh, it should be updated now because I think it's tracking to your token. So
Yeah.
okay, and go. Ulfar. Look at that smiling mug. God, I love dwarves.
Oh, there's a change career endeavor on page 133.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
So it's one of your downtime things you do. I know you like cultivate a new contact as one of the things for downtime. I like the downtime and campcraft stuff they have in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and Soulbound for that matter as well. So it's not a surprise that they further iterated on that. Are you? Yeah, you're a little smaller. I was trying to eyeball yours, Jeff, and you look a little smaller than the other two. There we go. There we go, guys. We got our entire party together. Look at that.
Nice.
Hey. We have not had a single Toast-a-Mo tonight, but I'm going to crack open the old Sampel. Mo. All right. I can hear you guys asking, Kev, what does it look like from the river looking at Talagard? Well, guys, this is what it looks like.
Ooh.
So that is Talagard. What else did I load in here? Every single NPC you can have a contact with, I have their images loaded in here now because I wanted to have those ready for you for tonight. I also have villages. Okay. So, I think, let me just quickly look at the contacts here. So, you, Lars. No, it's Jasper who has the contact with Lieutenant Danya. Is that right? Or is it?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. You know what, let me write this down. All right, so we got Lars. Your contacts are Lottie and was it Skolda Manfreda? Ulfar, yours are Tordy and is it Tordy and Lottie?
Nope, Lottie's with Lars.
Oh, okay, Rosamund?
Yes.
All right. Lottie and Rosamund, and then to spare, you've got Lottie and Lieutenant Danya. Okay, great. Thank you, guys. What lores do you guys have? Can you put your lores in chat, maybe?
Okay.
Just giving some thought to how to set this up here.
Oh. Okay. I don't know how to spell it. We can fix that.
I think that's how you spell it.
Dwarf literacy and province, not Providence.
Yeah, sorry, province.
Yeah, it could have been autocorrect.
It was.
Yeah.
Talagade? That's what it is?
Delegate, I'm not sure how to spell it.
Bretonia is B-R-E, actually. Bretonia. I mean, it's a fucking made-up place, but the made-up place is spelled differently.
Yep.
Telegad, high-standing farming, okay.
Right, textiles and literacy. Literacy.
Right, okay.
It's probably why we're doing business together, Lars. We both are literate.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, literacy.
I mean, it's probably just like fine reading instead of just literacy, but that's what I imagine it anyway. I mean,
Interesting.
it could be actual literacy. I don't know.
Wouldn't be shocking, actually.
150 years before the normal fantasy setting, yeah, you actually have to be read write in order to have it as talent. So,
Well, I think because Khazalid, the Dwarven language, it's a secret language that's really the only humans typically who ever learn it are priests of Sigmar.
Yep.
Because of the historic connection between the two, but it's also a written language. All right, so let me see here. Let me close down all the books for the games that we're not actually playing tonight. So I was looking at something here.
Yeah, literacy is literal.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually. So maybe I misunderstood the question, but yeah, it actually refers to whether you're illiterate or not.
Yeah, I think literacy is like not optional for the dwarves to take, so it's.
Well, that's what I was saying. What I was saying the thing about the Khazalid is because it's a written language, so all dwarves would grow up and learn, grow up and learn how to write the secret tongue.
What you're saying is dwarves have superior education systems.
Indoctrination might be.
Whatever. Quiet down now. Quiet down.
Hey, I get to play a dwarf for the first time in a while, so I'm going to be good smudgeny and, full of myself. And I've got a long beard, so other dwarves look up to me. Well, the long bearded talent, anyway.
Okay. So, what I picture is, let me see if I can find this on this map. I want to adjust the Telegard or Talabak map here.
As long as we were talking about it, I got curious. I refreshed my memory that in Wolfrup, there's a read-write talent that says you are one of the rare literate individuals in the old world. So it's rare then. Yeah.
Friars have a very important role to play in towns.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to bring you back over here, guys, for a moment, just to refresh. This is how much forest there is in Talabak. There's probably a reason, for why Tal, the Lord of the Wild, is such a popular and heavily venerated god in this region, because so much of the Grand Duchy is just covered in this thick forest that grows thicker the further south you go. I really like that there's different variety of deciduous and coniferous trees in this map. I hadn't noticed it before, but that's fucking cool that it changes as you get closer to the mountains.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
It is neat.
So it is to it is a small task, Lars, that you have been commissioned for. It is simply a matter of someone needs to make sure that there is word that needs to go to a town called Grausdorf. I'll put that in chat. I know that every state and province has a Grausdorf in it, but
I wasn't sure if you had a high school band. I was going to wait to find out.
I did see that there is Ravenstein on here too, and I was going to say that was the name of my Rammstein cover band in high school.
There you go.
Yeah, but Grausdorf is a small hamlet, and Lars, you have been trusted to sort of deliver. There's some kind of message that you've been instructed to deliver to them. You've also been given a little stipend to hire some accompaniments, and I'm assuming that's what you've paid Ulfar and Jasper for.
Mm-hmm.
You have been instructed. Can you tell me, guys, what your each of your talents are? So I want to make sure I'm accounting for them when we're setting up things here. So, Lars, what are your 4 talents?
Oh, my talents, are faith, which is that wilderness thing.
Right.
Hardy. So when I take wounds, I'm a little tougher.
Okay.
I have close order. So if I'm fighting within close range of one of my allies, you and the ally have +1 dice to defense tests.
Okay.
If we're fighting close together, and I have exceptional hearing, so as long as I am not deafened, I make awareness tests to hear like whispers and quiet sounds, mechanical ticks, and conversations through walls. I do not suffer a penalty for being blinded when making melee attacks.
Okay. Okay. Ulfar, what are your talents?
I have 5 because I bought one at the end. But Armor Bane, basically, if an enemy's wearing armor, I can start whittling down their resilience until it's no armor. Okay. Defensive Stance lets me oppose a melee attack with defense, and I can opt not to inflict staggered to remove staggered from me.
Oh, cool.
Longbeard, mechanically, I can get a 1 dice added to test to remove a condition for myself or others. Magic resistance, potency of any magic spell used against me is reduced by 1. If it reduces it to 0, it has no effect. And then Shine Light, I believe Jasper has 2 this far. Murder Fire, serious incident happens in the area. We have a city of provincial lore. Word of it reaches us quickly, and we get a dice on checks to find out what happened.
Very cool. Okay. And then Jasper?
Indeed, I have Shine a Light as well. Natural Suspicion, keeping you on guard for anything disrupts the peace. I have Steer Clear. You are a safe pair of hands on the reins or at the tiller, driving your passengers out of harm's way. I'm the group driver. I have Vanguard. You operate as an advanced scout using stealth or dense terrain to cover a rapid infiltration or beat a hasty retreat to your allies. And lastly, I have Golden Voice. Your voice is your instrument, one you can manipulate with superlative skill.
Hey. Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. Then I think, let me see here.
What is light armor protection? I'm sure someone out you guys
+1 toughness. So it'll be your toughness +1.
Yep.
For resilience.
And you get protection of 1 from it.
Okay.
Do you have a shield?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm a two-handed halberd.
Well, we'll go good together. I'll take up the front. You swing from behind me with that long reach you got.
There you go.
I'll go for the knees. You go for the skull.
There you go. It didn't work against Lars, but we're better at it now.
Okay.
Well, Lars was mounted, so no wonder he
That's
won.
true. We weren't supposed to have coins, were we, Kevin? Any coins?
I think you start with every session. You start with 3 coins of whatever your tier is.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard of that before.
No, it's a new thing they've from this game, and you reduce it down to that between sessions as well. I think I if I was to guess, all the banking and drawing money out and shit like that they had in Warhammer Fantasy 40, I imagine that has been a headache for many campaigns, and they have decided to be like, well, just fuck it. Like, you'll start the session with X amount of money. Again, like, I think that whoever was designing this, they did pay attention to a lot of 2D20 games as well, because that feels very Conan.
Oh, yeah, page 90, 91 have that info if you're interested, Sean.
Nice. Sure, thank you.
All right. Now, you guys had access to barracks as well. So you could draw, say, one either brass tier or for Ulfar and Jasper, do you have access to a barracks as well?
I don't think so. Where would I get that?
Oh, one of your assets.
No, I have assets or symbol of office and mark of honor. No.
Oh, right. Okay, so then Ulfar.
Temple. So.
Nobody, didn't you take as your class asset was your barracks?
No. I took mark of honor.
Oh, got it. So then there's only Lars. Lars, do you want to draw on the barracks whatsoever? You've got gold barracks, so you could draw on to gain access
barracks
to.
is like a place to stay, isn't it? I have silver.
Oh, armory. Sorry, yeah,
armory,
guys. I'm thinking
of
silver armory. That's what I was. Does anyone else have access to armory? No?
Negative.
So you could gain access to a silver weapon or silver armor if you wanted, Lars, before setting out into the Great Forest, going towards Grausdorf.
I don't know of a weapon that I could use.
What about armor? Is there any scaling up?
Yeah, let me just look real quick. Oh, okay. Wow, that was...
What happened?
I accidentally closed my PDF.
No. You can't actually get better armor than what you've got. And I think you've already got a shield that...
Yeah, I already have a shield.
Yeah, so it's not really... I guess, what's your shooting?
Shooting. I didn't really build up my shooting.
Okay, so...
Two.
Two. Okay, so you could, like, a silver would be blunderbuss, handgun, pistol, crossbow, longbow. So you could get any...
Yeah, why don't I just get a longbow? Just, like, more for the hunting while we're traveling.
Sure. Yeah, and actually that fits with your veneration of Tal as well.
Yeah,
remember, you've got the favor of Tal right now as well.
Yeah.
And just so you don't... the strictures of Tal are to offer a prayer to Tal for every animal taken, to spend a week alone communing in the wilderness every year, to eschew metal armor and clad yourself only in the hides of Tal, to rely on your own skill, not the advances of gunpowder or coal technology, and never harm an animal except in self-defense or for food or sacrifice. So follow those strictures, you'll maintain Tal's favor, fall out of his favor, and the entire forest attacks you. Just kidding.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just lose the abilities, right? The faith ability.
Right, you just lose it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you atone for your sins. All right.
I won't be sinning. I'm a very nice guy.
Yeah. Let's see, can I... Let's see here, 12. Let me...
It's interesting. But 1 square is 15 miles.
Well, actually, I'm just gonna... Here. So... Think.
Nailed it.
There you go. Look at that. That's a good luck, then good management. They randomly scale the thing up, and it happened to work out that way. So,
Nice.
So departing from Talagad, I guess you're going about 24 miles a day. So probably, gosh, 1. There's 2. And then probably 12 per day going in. This is about 3 there. So I guess it's about 4 days travel, guys. You'll be making in order to reach Grausdorf. The first days of travel on the river will be easier. And then I suppose when you leave Grausdorf, you'll head back to just Missen and then catch a barge heading down. Kev, do you have a picture of a smaller community on the river? Guys, it's funny you ask. I do.
Is this a blast from the past?
It's actually not. No, I made sure to grab stuff from all the old world stuff.
I was thinking you were going to show us something from our original campaign where the giant frogs are from.
Yeah, no. That's, I mean, that would be fun as well. But no, this is all. There's so much great art in the old world books. I wanted to make use of. One thing I do like about C7 products is they really make a point of having a lot of environmental art in it, so like you get a sense of what the place is instead of just having like hero thing. It means it's nice having the hero stuff for the archetypes, but it's also pretty great having those things. So guys, here's an idea of some of the communities you stayed at for the first couple of days, because one of the reasons I think everyone has Lore's. Yeah, Lars has got... So, Talagard, I've got this wrong a bunch of times too. Talagad, forgive me. I always say it. Talagard. That's how you spell Talagad. Okay. Lars, you would know this. Ulfar, you would know this. And, yeah, all of you guys. One of the sort of open secrets about kind of Talagad's relationship with Talapheim is that Talapheim kind of needs Talagad more than the reverse. Because Talagad is kind of the major port that has shit coming off and brought into Talapheim, the city. And it's sort of kept under the boot of Talapheim as a result. So, to sort of, if Talagad ever sort of got its act together, it could really strangle the trade heading into Talapheim. But because just give you a sense of how much trade is going up and down the Talabuk River. But again, because the nobles who rule Talapheim do not want that kind of independence from the port city, it remains kind of under the boot and exploited by Talapheim. You're traveling down the river. I imagine this is not your first time doing so, with Ulfar's reference to the wider province of So if you got the province, then there would be Talabek, not Talagad, which means that Ulfar knows the province better than what the other two guys do. What do you foresee the relationship between these characters being like at this stage? Do you think that this is the first time Lars has hired them on since, you know, they got themselves settled in at the town watch? Do Jesper and Ulfar appreciate the work being thrown their way, or are they more, you know?
Ulfar would have definitely made Lars pay him up front this time.
Yeah.
So I imagine this isn't the first time we've done something before, but it's most definitely at least the second or third.
Yeah.
Not like the other business arrangement, is it?
Yeah.
Look, when those books sell, you will be paid.
I still owe Rosamoon some money. It's your fault. I mean, otherwise, yeah, I think it's, you know, pretty good relationships. I mean, Ulfar doesn't really hold a grudge against the whole mercenary thing where they fought against each other, because, you know, they were just, you know, two nobles killing each other, and, you know, we were the peons. So yeah.
It's actually worth mentioning too, John. There are tensions with two different bordering Grand Duchies. The Reichland to the east is tensions are with that because that is where the last emperor was, and currently what was located out of, and currently a bunch of the elector counts want to become the next emperor, and don't necessarily want to have it located, the imperial capital, in Reichland. So there's probably that. Also, the Reichland is where the cult of Sigmar is strongest. So you also have a bunch of hammer-wielding lunatics who want to come in, and they believe that at this point in history, the church of and the worship of Tal is kind of on par with being a witch. So grabbing priests of Tal and burning them or battering them with hammers and then burning them is also something they like to do. So that's the relationship with the Reichland. And then to the north is Ostland, and they likewise have had kind of, if I was to guess where Jaspar and Ulfar were, or who they were fighting for, it probably would have been in one of those conflicts with is it Osterland? I think I'm second guessing myself now. Let me see here. I think it's Ostland, but in any event, the Grand Duchy to the north, I would guess that you guys fought for them and were defeated, and then you guys came down, but they are still very much, there's a lot of tension between them as well. So this is not like in the, well, I mean, there are political tensions in the modern era. They are much more actively fighting each other. Think of more like Warlords era 30s China, more so than different provinces within an otherwise collected empire that fight with one another.
Okay.
So the other thing is the wild places are exceptionally dangerous. They're not like, you know, great in modern day, but not necessarily dangerous, but they are wild. Like there's much more, 250 years of logging will certainly do it, have an impact on the Great Forest and on some of the other, you know, kind of areas. Jasper, what about you? What is your mood like working for Lars once again?
I think he's a little melancholy about the necessary transition. He had big plans. Like things were really going good until then, militarily. He had a medal. Like, you know, no one has a medal. Oh, it doesn't matter because like his whole, you just got, you know, everything got turned upside down. He's happy about, you know, he's okay with, he got landed on his feet. He's happy with that, but this is kind of it's a little reminder. I mean, you know, he's okay, but it's a little reminder. So he's having to like, you know, he's a little, you know, he's a little, I think, reflective, on the water. You know, kind of like looking over the bow and.
So, what do we have? We'll get some dice rolling here, guys. Assuming you're stopping off and chatting with folks as you're heading down.
Yeah.
Because it's a provincial thing, anyone who's got the province-wise, so Ulfar and
Lars.
Oh, you know what? I'll add something. You know what he is doing? He is, if you go up, you think he's just looking over probably the bow, but if you get close enough, and depending on which way the wind's blowing, he's singing. That's what he's doing.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
A little melancholic, like a little bit of like, oh, you know, like a little, you know, a little melancholic tune.
Okay. Why don't you guys give us a charm check each? Okay. So, and anyone who has lore for the whole province, you can add +1 here.
That'd be in the right box when we roll it?
No, it'll be, the right box is for tracking advancement. It'll actually prompt you for a modifier. Okay, you're not rolling either a glorious or a grim roll here. So
did I do this wrong? What should be in our right field of skills
0.
right now?
Zero, nothing right now.
Excellent. I did it right. That is
Nice.
so much better.
I did make a point of saying it a couple of times. Make sure it's in the left column.
Good.
That right one is only for tracking, it seems.
I mean, I remember you saying that at the very beginning, but then I just kind of lost track of what the right field was.
Yeah, I only listened to the first like 3 fucking words you say, man. Like,
That's
Yeah.
it.
let's be honest.
Yeah, come on. Too many words, Kevin. Too many words.
Too many words. Way too many words.
If I was going to listen to every fucking jibber jabber, you know. All right, so that's Ulfar, that's Lars, and Jesper. 2 successes. Very nice.
Okay.
All right, so marginal success. I think you find, because you guys are either displaying, you know, uniform in Lars's case, or you're like office, you know, station of office, there's a little bit of resistance that you're getting. So there's nothing that particularly stands out from Lars and Ulfar talking to people among the kind of riverside taverns that you guys are staying at for the first couple of days of travel. Jesper, you get 1 net success, 1 free and clear success, though. You want to ask me a question about conditions locally?
And let's see, how close is this to our destination?
This is either like the first or second day of travel.
Okay, so we're early. We're early on.
Yeah.
And
as you guys are heading down, kind of southwest here, down the River Talabak.
A quick reminder of what exactly we were hired to do. We were hired to...
You were escorting Lars down to the hamlet of Grausdorf to deliver some kind of communique from the... whatchamacallit? Oh, actually, you know what? We'll allow you to do a little flashback here if you want.
Yeah.
Lars has been requisitioned to deliver this at the request of folks from the long sites. And the long sites are the military group. Oh shit, that was what I was going to do. I was going to give you guys a little more than the little nutshell thing about each of your contacts. So let me tell you a little bit about this. This is Lieutenant Danya Klossner.
Oh, Lieutenant.
So the lieutenant... So he's part of a group known as the Talagad Long Sites, which are a very well-respected and storied kind of regiment, local regiment. Recently, the Talabheim 11th Gnarlsrotters have come, which are more of a formal group of warriors, and they kind of think that the Long Sites are basically a bunch of like backwater militia members. So I'll put down that here. And the Gnarlsrotters are part of the Talab State Army as well. They're a much more significant force. Oh, Ulrich, that's who it is. It's Osterland is to the north. And Ulrich, the same priestess that you got as a contact, Lars, or the god that she follows. Ulrich is huge in that province. So Lieutenant Danya is from the Long Sites, and here's the quote from him. Look, Kropman, a few rusty blades vanish or a suit of old leathers falls off the back of a cart, and I don't give a damn. But a keg of black powder goes missing, then you and I are going to have a problem. Now, I'm going to go home for the night. Tomorrow, I'm going to look in this storehouse and find I miscounted today, and every grain of powder is going to be right where it should be. I hear the Gnarlsrotters have some extra, but don't get caught, you fool. So that speaks to, one, the corruption that's said to be among the Long Sites, and their significant rivalry with the Gnarlsrotters. It is the Long Sites that you've been commissioned by Lars to bring this news down for. And if it's a military communique, it's got to be something to do with intelligence or something to do with some kind of tactical thing. The fact that you are being sent is probably because of your relationship with the officer corps. They trust you. You're also being sent with only 2 mercenaries, which probably means it is either something to do with corruption or it is something to do with the something that is they don't want to draw a lot of attention to.
Right.
But yes, you are being asked to deliver this communique, knowing that it's for the long sights and knowing you have a contact. Say again?
Sorry, is it sealed?
It is sealed, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you could try to... And anyone have any underworld lore or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So it could
Soulless
be some
shoes. Soulless shoes not useful here
soulless shoes are remarkably unhelpful at this point.
for everything.
Yeah. So what you would know is that the it is Jesper who has the contact with he has a contact with the long sights. So hearing once Lars makes the pitch for you, if you wanted to do anything but before you leave Talagad, we can say that we have a little flashback and
Yeah, I think I checked in. We're I mean I'm probably pretty close at this point with Lieutenant. What
was the reason for your contact? How did you get to know him?
Saved his life, which he will pay at some time when he can.
Yeah. So where you would find him, he's either at the Longsight's barracks, which is, I'm sure, on this map here. This map reminds me of the Azurheim, I think, is the setting in the Age of Sigmar starter set as well, and it's fucking awesome. Really helpful for an ongoing game. It's just fun to have a place where you can point to and be like, oh, this is this thing and this is this thing.
Yeah. It reminds me of Uber's Reich, of course, a little bit. Just from...
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, when you compare the Warhammer Fantasy 4th Edition, the first starter set for it, to this one, like having it was really helpful. But the fact that this is so setting based, it means that the starter set, having access to this map and the extra details about it, like it really feels like it's kind of the third book that you need.
Yeah.
Or at least you would want for it. Okay, so where's it's not at the barracks. Do you see where the courthouse? I don't see where the barracks are. Maybe we can just set it wherever we want. Do you see the Longsight's barracks?
I don't see Longsight anything.
No, I don't see it.
Barracks.
So it's got to be somewhere in town here.
Oh.
I don't. Maybe somewhere around. What's 14? 14 is
a lot of pubs.
I don't see any barracks on the.
No, I don't see it either, and I don't know which neighborhood it would necessarily be located in. Where is...
You saw the courthouse, right? That's like the
yeah.
Courthouse 23.
Yeah.
Shrine to the Soldiers' March. That's a shrine, but...
Like, I feel it'd be... Yeah, probably be in the... shrine. Actually, in that, if we were curious of... I think that's probably a shrine to Myrmidia. So for those who are devoted to your connection with the temple, that's where that would be.
Nice, 22.
Town Hall is 12.
It doesn't matter for that. I have found the Wizard's Way. That is actually where 25 is where his station is located.
Oh.
Right. Way up here. The Wizard's Way.
Way up there.
So if you wanted to go and check in with him during the day, you could find him there. Otherwise, he would be at the barracks.
But the barracks, they don't tell anyone where it is.
I do not know, and I don't have... Could look in the...
Frickin' secret, those long sites.
Yeah, let me see here. They do have some good information. Here we go. Talagad watch. Let's see here. 97 is the Talagad long sights. The Talagad Longsights are an infamous state troop regiment, having largely been recruited from poachers, brigands, and the occasional skilled hunter. The Longsights count many expert marksmen among their number. However, unlike many regiments of the capital, they are severely undermanned, under-equipped, and poorly paid. Their uniforms are often torn and shabby, their armor ill-fitting and flecked with rust, and their sword blades nicked and dull. It is sometimes claimed that the state troops marshaled from Talagad more closely resemble a band of criminals in uniform than the glistening soldiery of Talabheim.
So the Null Rotters are right, but we're not going to tell them so. And Lieutenant's my friend.
He is your friend.
He's my friend.
Yeah. So, well, it doesn't matter where the barracks are. We'll say that you're going to meet him at the at his posting along the Wizard's Way. That's the road.
Yeah.
Here. So, how would I guess first of all, what do you want to talk to him about?
I'm gonna check in, tell him I'm off on a job. I mean, for the long sights, no less. I mean, not just any job. It's it's for his unit through Lars, so it's kind of a twofer of I don't know, just checking in, telling I'm leaving, but also for I'm going to work in essence for his unit, his outfit.
He I'm seeing what his goals are here.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, are you thinking about joining up then?"
Well, I need a French accent for this guy, don't I? Doggone Bretonia.
It's really hard to do without it sounding like Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. But anyway, it's always horrible.
No, but okay. Whatever. It's fun making silly accents with this game, so please feel free.
Man, don't even know. I'll work on it. See,
I can guarantee you, if any of myself or Jeff do it, it's going to sound like someone from Quebec.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, John and I think I'm not sure you're going to pull anything over. I mean, I have no idea. Speaking personally, I will have no idea what that is.
I did take like a year or two of French in high school, but it's been a while.
Yeah. I say, well, I don't know. Listen, I just got my feet under me. I'm happy to be happy to have a friend in town. Happy to have a bit of a station, and I've got maybe my symbol on my I don't know what they call it, but my badge, on my belt at this moment. And I say, so I'm not sure, but I appreciate the question. But it's good to be out. It's good to be doing service for your outfit, though. That's for sure.
What's your work? What are you?
We're heading down to Grausdorf. You ever been there?
Grausdorf. Yeah.
It's down the river.
Down near is it the Broken Hills? Make sure.
You know what?
Barren Hills. Barren Hills. It is in.
I have Lore Talagad just in case.
Yeah, you know precisely where. Sorry, is it for Talagad, the town, Talabheim, the city, or Talabek, the province?
Let me think.
And again, so you remember, the reason is because that'll tell you more, like your ability to know specifics about specific places. If it's the province, then you've got a good kind of general overview of where things are and whatnot. If it's the city, it's not going to be applied to Talagad. If it's the actual town itself, then you'll know shit like, oh, you're looking for so-and-so's brother. He happens to work down at the whatever, tavern or the tanner or the whatever thing. You know a lot about the actual local place. So the level of scope you want to have for it just also gives you an idea of how much specificity it gets to apply to.
let's see. It was from a city lore or provincial lore was my choice.
So your province of Talabek or the town of Talagad?
I think I was going for provincial there. That was my.
I thought so because I think you had province listed down. Okay, so you just make sure you're listening as Talabek. It's the spelling that's at the bottom of here, Grand Duchy of Talabek, Talabek.
Oh yeah.
So you would know the Barren Hills is where you're talking about. So like, yeah, it's near there, and he says, well, that's about time then.
Oh, is something afoot, my friend?
Wow, it's... the Hunter Lord Obelman of the Nalsrotters. He's so focused on dealing with the Ulsterlanders and dealing with potential threats from them and their... He has spent no time paying attention to what the Longsights have said. The Greenskins in the Barren Hills. They are a growing and persisting threat. We've been trying to bring it to them their attention, but Klossner is... or not Klossner, but my voice, they don't care what we think. And so we have to listen to them. I'm glad someone is taking it upon themselves to send something down there. Is it just you? Or you and that dwarf again?
Do you mean just me? I joke, but no, it's me and the dwarf. Yeah, Ulfar are escorting him down.
He doesn't like me.
Well, if you find you get a taste for it, and you can work on your aim, we always need more people in the Longsights.
My aim, and I give a few little fake swishes with my with my axe on a pole.
Yeah.
I say, well, I appreciate it. I'll definitely give it some thought. It's good. It'll be good to get out. The city is fine. I'm enjoying it, but I like a little taste of the water in the forest and some tasks. I've marched many a day like this, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it looks... Al, I thought your people did not venerate the Wild Lord. So Bretonnians, they have a very Arthurian kind of thing, a faith in it's the Lady of the Grail, I believe.
Yeah. I look both directions sort of dramatically, and I say, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, my friend, but I do like the forest and a little bit of water and some movement. Get about.
Well, keep your head about you. Leave an offering at the Temple of Tal before you leave, and keep an eye out for greenskins.
That is good word. And listen, I'm leaving the city in your hands, so I expect it in good shape like I left it. And I, give him a wink.
Yeah. He says, "Oh, indeed." He looks around at the kind of, he's watching a roadway that very few make use of.
Yeah, it looks like it on the map too.
Yeah. He says, I will keep a close eye on it. Good luck.
That a man.
Look me up when you get back as well.
You can count on it. And
right. So perhaps that's what you're thinking of as you're sitting on the barge or whatever ship that you're taking.
A little ditty, a little tune, weave some water in, and my friend Lieutenant.
So having drawn that from Lieutenant Danya, did they intentionally call it Lieutenant Dan? I wonder.
Yeah. I just got the Forrest Gump on the mind boat.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about it until I said Lieutenant Dan in that way. But yeah.
So of course I share the news of greenskins. I say, we have to keep an eye out. My old comrade, the lieutenant, says that it's been going on a while and it's been ignored by the
Gnarlsrotters.
Yeah, the Gnarlsrotters.
Sorry, Gnarlsrotters, I think. Sorry, I said it wrong.
Yeah, Gnarlsrotters is he's glad to see someone's doing something about it. He was maybe a touch concerned. There were just 3 of us, but he said, "Keep our eyes open. Keep our eyes open."
So what both Ulfar and Lars would know through your military lore, Lars, and your dwarf lore, Ulfar, greenskins are one of the sort of threats that, you know, lurk at the edge of civilization. They tend to breed incredibly quickly. So there can be sudden hordes of them pouring out of places where you would not have expected. It is one of those things. More than one dwarf hold has fallen, sadly, to greenskins, and the greenskins are not more capable warriors than what the dwarves are. Not the Dwali? What is it? Is it the Dwali? Is that the name for the dwarves have for themselves, Sean?
Oh, Dawi.
Dawi.
D-A-W-I.
It is their numbers. It's just the unexhaustible numbers of greenskins that come in a warg that can defeat them. So if there is something that is growing in the Broken Hills, like the prospect of having to be dealing with the Reichland to the west or the southwest, the Osterland to the north, and then warg of greenskins to the south, that would be quite bad. Lars, you had asked about breaking the seal on this thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys you have any specific lores that would suggest an ability for like forgery or anything like that.
Well, I do have a wax seal and parchment myself. Now, I wouldn't have their seal, but if I have such a thing, it might, go along with the fact that I have the ability to, use it.
I think you have the ability to definitely, you have the materials, and you definitely, you would know how to make use of it, because you have to send orders and shit like that under seal as well.
Right.
But as far as fabricating or like duplicating someone else's thing, that would be a lore probably associated with Underworld or something like that. I'm just taking a quick peek through this.
I guess I was thinking more just remelting it, like breaking it, trying to break it carefully and reseal it, like just reheat the wax, not like trying to recreate the
and that's where you would need to have some skill in forgery or subterfuge or shit like that, because you probably would not have come across that before.
Right.
I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
But what you could do is, if you want to try and do that, you could give us a dexterity test.
What do you think, guys? Should we try to? He would probably confer with you. Should we read this? He's probably going to Jagger out, and he's by the wax. He's like, I might be able to pry it off and then just carefully reheat my knife and reseal it.
The other thing I will point out too is Jespar still has one question you can ask.
Oh yeah.
You got one success. So
yeah. I think he would have.
It'll be as you're traveling on the river, right? Like as you.
I would have been interested in knowing about threats. That was my original thought. So, any trouble? Has there been any piracy, or and if they have any green skin, tales to tell, or any what's the name of those land pirates? That's so funny in Woofrup. I love the the ones that there's
the
pirates.
Wreckers?
What is it?
the wreckers want to try to like wreck boats.
The ones that like try to get aboard from the land, which is pretty funny. You know, on rivers.
The wreckers.
Wreckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any of them, you know, so any kind of so threats that they're aware of.
Yeah. So let me. There's a table I want to go to here. Yes, would you give us a percentile roll, please, Jesper?
Okay.
So, you haven't necessarily... They have not heard about necessarily like any wreckers or, you know, any trouble along the river of that sort, at least not in this stretch and not as of late. What has been curious is there has been a priest of Ulrich, the White Wolf, who has been traveling along here and sermonizing to people to be ready for war. And Lars, your friend in your contact, Manfreda, she's also a priestess of Ulrich. That is typically, it's not that it's unknown here by any means, because one of the things about Talagad is it also is a place of refugees, because a unique location of where the sort of the river spills out. There's folks from the north who have made their way down here. There's a pretty substantial Kislevite community within Talagad as well. They're kind of the ersatz Russians, if you want to give a kind of cultural association to them. But having a traveling priest of Ulrich move around, I think if you do bring that to Lars's attention and if you ask a few follow-up questions, it does not seem like it is Manfreda, but probably someone she knows.
Oh.
So that's what you've heard, Jesper.
Okay.
You guys are dropped off by the barge 2 days later, and you begin making your way into the forest. I did not load a forest image. Let me grab one here. Sure, I've got something.
So if you ask Ulfar about breaking the seal on that thing, he's like, I don't recommend it. They usually kill the messenger for that.
That's fair. We were paid for this. Maybe we don't want to stick our nose too far into their business.
We don't have their stamp, right?
No.
That is an issue. It
would be embarrassing to be caught in something so.
I'm in good stead with them. It'd be unfortunate for something such to change that.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
One interesting thing about the contacts as well is that's actually one of the ways you can change careers too. So like if you wanted to transition into the long sights, that's potentially a way you could go about doing that.
Nice.
You guys are dropped off, and it is going to be 2 days travel before you get to Grausdorf. And it is a reminder for you, Lars. I guess for Ulfar and for Jesper, it is a reminder of just how much of this land is trackless woods. There is so much of the central part of the empire that is just, you know, woods that go on forever. Then you suddenly will have a little community, and then you'll carry on, and you would not recognize it as a path. Lars, given your faith, I imagine this is quite comfortable. This is maybe something you are much more comfortable with than the other. Ulfar and Jespar, you would see on at least one or two occasions where Lars, exhibits exceptional hunting and trapping abilities. Clearly, this guy spent a lot of time in the woods. And do you have training in survival, Lars?
Yes.
Okay. You got a 3 in it?
Yeah, I have a 3 in it.
Okay, great.
I have a 3 as well, for what it's worth.
You just said with Lars, he also rolls with gets a glorious roll when he is hunting or tracking or whatnot.
Very good. Yeah.
Lars, why don't you give us a survival check as well? Let's just see if anything comes up.
So in this case, then, this is glorious.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. And I don't
add any dice mod. I just roll it, but then.
Yeah, you just roll it, and then anything that's not a success, you just re-roll that number of d10s.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So it's only one, but you can re-roll those 2 8s. So give us a 2d10, and you're looking for 3s or less.
2d10.
There you
one
go.
more. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a total success then. So what do you...
Nice.
Lars, as your first day of going down here, what you notice on the trail here is, and actually, I forgot, you actually might have been able to add a dice from a lore as well, too. So if I don't prompt you guys for it, if there's a lore you think that might give you a bonus, feel free to prompt that, because that's one of the things you're using lores for. What you can tell, Lars, is there is, this is probably a path for traveling between, which means so people who are low, individual traders may go down here. There may be the odd person who is coming back and forth, but this is not like a hunting trail necessarily. You'd want to follow this to get into the town. But there has definitely been not like a regiment, not like regular pathway, but there is definitely more people on this thing than you would expect for it. This path has seen people traveling along it about as often as you would like a regular hunting trail that you would use to gain access to branching smaller trails. There's substantially more traffic along here than I think you would have expected.
Interesting.
If you have a question as well, you can ask a question for follow-up.
Well, I mean, you're saying it's heavier traffic, but I guess my question would be do they seem to be wilderness people? Meaning, they're people who are in the wilderness are usually gentler on the path there, or do they seem to be soldier types? They're just going to be marching, and there's you break more branches, you damage the paths more when you're sort of less of an outdoors person. So he wants to sort of investigate if I think they're, like you said, hunters and fishermen, or local folk, or if this is soldiers or some brutes passing through.
What you can tell is it is someone who definitely has more of a hunter kind of quality to them. Okay. Someone who's familiar with the woods. They're not, they're not wearing, there's not obvious, there's no wheel ruts or anything like that. And when you reach the place, it sort of seems like after a day's travel from the shore, where you might set down, looking around the campsite, I think you find small bits of, kind of leftover detritus that you would have from muskets. Maybe there's a little bit of black powder that you find. Maybe there's, paper cartridges. Maybe there's wicks that have been left behind, too short to make use of any longer, but left behind. Whatever the signs of, flintlock or wheel lock, I can't remember what tech level the weaponry is. Whatever it is, you find that there, which makes you think someone who's familiar with the terrain, you could make use of a musket to hunt if you're an idiot and you're confident of you've got too much money on your hands, but more likely it is going to be someone from one of the long sites. So there may have been regular updates from the long sites traveling along this route.
Right. Because I'm assuming long sights is because they're using rifles.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they are the ones who sent us here, so.
And that's curious in and of itself. If they're traveling along here regularly, why would you need to?
Yeah. Why send us? That's interesting.
I take it you share it with your comrades?
Absolutely, yeah. Exactly what I found, just exactly that. There's quite a bit of foot traffic here, and someone who's using black powder, certainly.
Think maybe those nobles are going out and hunting with those weapons.
I don't know. They
Lars
seem
would
to
say,
definitely
like,
be locals.
Jasper's got high society as a lore. They would go, like, it's estates you go on, it's with accompaniments. Nobles don't go hunting alone. It's a social activity for the most part. So unless it's someone who is particularly unusual, not only hunting on their own, but also hunting in a kind of unusual location, it's probably not at least a conventional noble.
Right. Odd, right?
Indeed. But
I mean, we were already on guard. It's just another reason to be cautious with our.
Yes, unless we stumble upon his body or they shoot at us, I say we steer away from them.
Agreed.
Good plan. Yes.
The evening passes uneventfully. Lars, I imagine you are particularly comfortable in this terrain. Ulfar. To quote, Gotrek Gurnison, I hate trees almost as much as I hate elves.
It's okay. Let's find a couple bigger rocks and I feel right at home.
And Jaspar, this is just, it's a very primordial, like you could very well be lost deep in, I can't remember the name of it, but there is an elven nation, very, very magical and much more aggressively defensive in southern Batonia than what, say, like the Lorelorn in the northern reaches in Nordland. The Lorelorn is pretty heavily protected by the elves and whatnot. It's not as, like, aggressively anti-human and magical as what the, Bretonian elves are. That may be the vibe you get from this. That's sort of the Bretonian association with heavily forested areas, in all likelihood.
Okay.
So the morning comes. You guys set out once again. It is even at the height of day, I think the other thing to bear in mind is how fucking dark it is in this forest. Because the amount that's grown over, the amount of centuries this has had to have interlocking canopy over it, it would be like almost traveling through constant canopy, a constant shade, even in the height of day. Which isn't necessarily something that Ulfar or any of you guys would have been, off-put by, but it's going to be a marked contrast. It's traveling on the river for the 2 days beforehand, where it's just nothing but open skies.
Right.
Lars, there's a feeling that sets in earlier in the day that begins to grow throughout, intensifying by the time you take your break for lunch and you're getting closer to the destination of Grausdorf. A feeling that you are not alone in these woods.
Oh, like being followed or something.
It doesn't quite manifest to that. You know, because of your connection with a veneration with Tal, when the forest can tell you when you are not alone, but you can feel as if those whispers are about to come. As you're taking your midday break, you're enjoying the travel rations that you guys are dipping into. Lars, do you share your disquiet with your comrades? And if so, what do you do about that?
No, I think that's one thing that he wouldn't necessarily share. I think because it's like, to him, that's sort of a religious thing, and he probably doesn't speak much about his religion with these two. That's for sure. With his employees.
Yeah. Guess, which among you has the highest awareness skill?
I have 3.
I have 3 as well.
Awareness. 3, yeah, we're all 3, it looks like.
And which of you 3?
We both have 3 shine a light. Whatever, if that's worth anything.
Yeah, no, good point. That wouldn't necessarily come into play here. Which among you has the highest initiative?
2.
3.
Where is initiative?
That's a skill. Or stat, forgive me.
Oh, 3.
And sorry, did you have 2 or 3 in awareness? Lars?
3 as well.
Okay, so both Jaspar and Lars. I could give the tiebreaker to Jaspar because of that that shine a light or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It is about maybe early afternoon to getting onto mid-afternoon when, Lars, you can feel it manifesting to almost a certainty that there are eyes on you.
Oh no.
You didn't share it, right, Lars?
No, I did not.
Okay.
And but just
I'm humming quietly to myself.
You are the first one to notice that through one of the small patches, at first you think your eyes are playing tricks on you. But in the direction that you're heading, you confirm it once you sort of find a particular angle and you're able to see through the canopy overhead. There is a tendril of smoke drifting off, black and acrid. Likely only several miles away, and disturbingly in the direction where you anticipate Grausdorf will be located.
What time?
And if you stop, it's about maybe 2. If you stop and in order to get that on, Lars, this is where you can feel the intensity is absolutely manifest. Something is watching you. So just let's start with you. Lars has been keeping things to himself. What do you say or do?
You said I saw it.
You can see the black smoke probably a mile or so ahead.
I say, hold up. I kind of do a stage, whisper kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's smoke in the direction we're going.
And Lars, you look over and see that whatever response you would have to that, you've seen the smoke that comes from a community burning before.
Oh.
Yes. What?
So, but that
fire.
feeling, that reaction is separate from your certainty that something is watching you.
We need to be cautious. We don't know what's up ahead.
Right, we should be cautious. Extra. And he's sort of looking around like he's looking for something.
Give us an awareness check, please. Kev, I think with my lore in military, do you think that would give me an extra dice? Yeah, I think so, Jeff. That probably would...
what about my keen ears? Exceptional hearing.
And what does that do again?
Your hearing is unusually acute. So long as you are not deafened, you can make awareness tests to hear whispers, mechanical ticks, and conversations through walls that are inaudible to most characters. You do not suffer penalties for being blinded when making melee attacks.
I'll give you 1 extra, so get 2 extra dice total.
Oh, there we go. Big roll. Can he succeed?
Yeah, let me tell you what.
Oh! What?
Wait, -3 skill?
That can't be right.
Oh, it's set to -3 instead of +3. Oops, I clicked the arrow.
Go ahead,
the
roll
wrong
again.
way.
You can't be that bad at it. You just
It's
can't.
like,
You just
what?
can't.
This is insane. Okay.
Appreciate you playing in hard mode, though. I want to set my
Yeah,
skill to a number I can't possibly
hilarious.
roll.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Oh,
That's a pretty good roll, actually.
you beat my 1. What you can see, and in particular what you can hear, is there is a quartet of ambushers lurking, seemingly preparing if anyone was to leave or come. Whatever is being besieged. Let me show you what he looks like. Where is it here? I have loaded so many fucking images. I was like, I don't know what was going to come from your creating your characters here, so I needed to. That was the wrong place. So I loaded everything that could possibly come into play here today. Here you are, guys. This is what lurks. Greenskins.
Uh-oh.
The area you are on is 1 zone. They are 1 zone away. So I'll put 3 of them down here, or 4 of them down here. 2 in 1 zone over here, and then let's say there's 2 adjacent in another zone over here, and put you guys in the middle, sort of in the road here. So you are aware of them, Lars. What would you like to say or do before we jump into it? Initiative.
I would whisper and I'd say, "Greenskins ahead."
Actually, to the side
Or sorry,
and ahead.
weapons at the ready.
Okay.
Or is it the ready?
So, guys, what? Let me make sure I got the wrong. Oh, that's not the right book. Wrong book, Madison. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I'll take the 2 on the left. You 2 take the 2 on the right.
So, the wait, I believe it's just that it's heroes get to go first, and then we sort of swap back and forth. Determine turn order, split the participants into 2 sides, players and their allies, and anyone opposed or indifferent. By default, each side, the players go first. You decide what order your characters take a turn, which you can change round to round. A character. Oh, so the players, you choose what order your characters take the turns, then the enemies go. So it's a side-based initiative. It's not trading back and forth. Interesting. So, which of you 3 would like to go first? And to tell you what you can do in a combat round. So you can always take in 1 action, and you can spend fate to take a 2nd action. Here's your combat cheat sheet for what your actions are. In addition to your actions, you also can take several free actions. Free actions are including to move to a location within medium range, so moving within one zone away, like moving to an adjacent one. You can draw a weapon, catch a tossed item, swap what you're holding, knock a bow or an arrow in your bow, drop prone, shout a warning, pick up, consume, or interact with a simple object within close range, like opening a door. those things you can do in addition to your action. So, who would like to go first? And what is your action? So, for instance, if you just want to go over and attack them, you certainly do that.
Yes. That's what I would like to do.
Wait, do we all act?
Each of you act, then the enemies act.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was just clarifying. Yeah.
But
In
you
the
guys
order
get
we want, Kev.
in the order you guys decide. Yeah.
Okay.
I
mean, you're in charge, Lars.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, stay with me. I mean, mechanically for you guys, you do get a +1 to your defense if you're within close range of me.
Oh.
Close range is the same zone, so.
That's why I recommended Jaspar go with you, because I got a toughness of 5.
Okay. Yeah, I'm close range of Lars, then. I mean, you know.
Okay, so I'll move forward or to the side. This one, I guess.
Okay,
Wait,
so you go racing into the woods. Ooh, up ahead. Okay. And then what would you like to do with your action?
Okay, so then my action is make a melee attack.
Got it.
Oh,
So
+1 if it's part of a charge.
I think that's a maneuver,
So
right?
that's not. I don't have higher ground. We are not outnumbered. Oh, we do not outnumber them.
no.
So I don't get any bonus dice. So it's just a flat roll, I guess. According to that.
I'll roll.
So you just click on the weapon. If I entered it right, it should roll.
I think. Yeah. I first for combat, first attack roll. There you go. So I rolled 1 success, which means you get. You did succeed, and. Oh, minus success level. So it'd be 3 points of damage. Or not 3, it'd be 3 damage. And we compare it to his resilience. So you go racing in, and surprisingly, this thing is able to get up its shield, but because you hit, it is staggered. So I'll do like the shaken thing we used to do from Savage Worlds. All right, so you batter that. Let me just double check it and see if I'm missing anything, because in skill checks, that when you roll 1 success, attack test. So charge is on page 117. Charge. You choose an enemy within medium range, move to within close range of them. You may test athletics. To reach a long range. So the only thing I will say is that because you're moving into difficult terrain, I'm going to ask you to make an athletics test if you're going to charge.
Oh yeah, no, I decided not to charge.
Decided not to? Okay. So you go in, and is it with your sword? Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get into battle. You knock one of them back. One of them is staggered and looks like he's open. So guys, if you stagger an enemy a second time, that is when they need to give ground, which is to move to an adjacent zone, or to drop prone, or take a wound. So, which of you is going next? Ulfar? Jaspar?
I had a question. When you defend against the attacks of an enemy, is that like just every time they attack you? Or?
Every time it's a contested check. Yeah.
Mind if I go first or next, Jaspar?
Yeah, get in there.
I will be making a charge into difficult terrain.
Okay. Give us an athletics. So you're going to a different zone then. You're not going to benefit from Lars's defense.
I am very confident to myself, even though they may be bad. So.
It does also mean you're not following orders. So this is going on the list. Ulfar.
Spoken louder.
So Ulfar, give us a athletics test, please.
Oof.
Now, I think you can spend fate to re-roll, can't you? Let's see here.
Is that right? Skill of 3, dice of 2. Yeah.
No, you can't. You can burn fate to make it outrest. Let's see if you can spend fate after the roll, though. I actually don't know if it's a before or after, because glorious is a reroll technically, but you have glorious before. You may spend fate to make a test glorious after your initial dice roll, but before I describe the outcome.
Okay. Okay, I'll spend it then.
Okay.
I'll just click reroll.
So reduce your fate by 1, yeah, and then just roll the exact same thing.
Alrighty, athletics, come on. Hey.
That is a marginal success. So I'm going to give you -1 dice to your attack as you're sort of stumbling through the... Yeah. So go, and then what are you doing for your action?
Great axe is coming for a goblin head because it's just at the right height for
nice. Okay.
Person's legs.
I rolled no successes, so go ahead
and I get a
minus one dice to this. Yeah.
Yeah. So charge gives me 1. I messed it up, but my weapon also gives me -1 because things.
Okay. And that is 2 big hit. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. And if they have any armor, this comes into play.
Hey, let me see here. So first, what is your strength a 5?
No, the weapon does strength +3.
And what's your strength, a 3 or a 4?
It's a 3.
Your strength's a 3, so it'll be 6. Oh, and 2 successes. There we go. That's why. Okay. All right. Then let me see if they have armor. They are armored. Okay, so then that is... Ooh, so that is a wound. You hack this first one down.
He goes to shout out a challenge, but kind of muffles it because he doesn't want to give his position away to anybody else. So he's like,
hey. And then Jespar.
Jespar's charging in behind Lars, following orders.
Are you actually charging, or is that just narratively?
No, I'm charging.
Give us an athletics test, please.
Yeah, there we go.
So likewise, -1 dice to your attack.
Okay.
So it just averages out.
Are you attacking the same fella that Lars did?
I would like to.
Okay. So there's an equal number in the zone, so you're not going to get the outnumbered benefit, but you do get 1 dice from it. You'll lose that from the stumbling in. So just regular attack roll, please. Now roll my defense. I got 1 defense.
I guess I would check my... Okay, nope, no talents. Here we go. There we go.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's 3 damage. So you force him...
I got +1 damage against enemies wearing armor, so I don't know if you've put that into...
Yeah, that's good. So that's 5. That would be 5 minus my 1 is 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna double check how the minions rules work. Make sure I'm not doing this wrong. There you go. All right, miniones. Yeah, defeated as soon as they... Oh, an attacker decides that they're killed, knocked out, or disarmed and forced to surrender, subject to the Game Master's discretion. They won't surrender, but if you want to make it knocked out instead of killed, Ulfar, you could do that. What do you think, Ulfar?
Oh, I'm definitely killing him.
Yeah, okay. All right. Then... interesting. Okay, so because you have staggered him a second time, he screams, drops his weapon, and runs off into the woods. You've effectively defeated him.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then it is the goblin's turn. Lars, you were the first one in, so I think this fellow's going to try and attack you. So you can choose to use defense against this.
Absolutely.
Yep. Go ahead and roll. I got no successes.
So I have +1 defense from my close order bonus because me and Jasper are close, and I have +1 from my sword because I am not staggered.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
So I am
Check.
quite defensive.
Look at
Go ahead
that.
and roll.
There we go. Big defense.
One, so you've kept him at bay. And then Ulfar, this one is going to attack you.
Yes. Also defense.
Whatever the goblin slur is for whatchamacallit, for dwarf, has said, I've got 1 success. And you keep him back. Okay. End of the round, guys. Who's going first?
Yep, same order as last time is fine.
Sure. Lars,
Yeah.
leader.
Sure. I will lead the way.
You're outnumbering this guy now, so +1.
So now we get a bonus dice, yeah. And was there anything?
The manlings need it. The dwarf does not.
So no, I think that's it. So the bonuses. Oh wait. No. Okay.
Yep, I got no successes. So just
So here we go. Silver sword, +1 dice. Oh, not a great roll.
okay, but he is staggered. Who'd like to go next?
Let's see if I can kill a goblin unless Jishbar wants to go.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Great axe in the face.
Well, I got 2 successes.
Resist all you want, goblin. Damn it.
You got 0.
Yeah.
Do you want to fate that?
Nope.
Okay. So you try and get in on him, and he's keeping his defense up.
He's
Just far.
stuck in the body of the other goblin, that's why.
I am swinging away on this goblin in front of us.
Right ahead.
Do we get a outnumbered?
Yeah,
Yeah.
+1. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Defense.
Here it
Ooh,
comes.
I got two successes.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
See if staggered has any other consequence. Ooh, which would eliminate your successes. Staggered. No, it's just like shaken in
Tie goes to
savage
the
rolls.
attacker, though, right? Is that right?
Say again?
Tie goes to the attacker. We both have same.
Oh, yes, it does. You're absolutely right. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's 2, which means he's staggered a second time, so he also screams, drops his weapons, and runs off into the woods.
I look at Lars just with, bloodlust. Let's go.
Okay. The 1 is left trying to get at Ulfar. Go ahead and give us your defense. I got 1 success.
Defense.
Nice. Yeah, and you're keeping him at bay. Next round. Who's going first?
See if I can kill this thing before
Right ahead.
you guys realize that I need help.
I got 1 success.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to make that comment.
Hurrah!
There you go. Okay, so that is 7, which means it is a wound, and he is cut down once again. Okay, so what do you guys do next?
Come moving over as I got stuck in a root. Found some goblins and killed them.
I break into a little. I kind of like I go, oh, give a little warrior song.
Yeah.
Like a.
So Ulfar and Lars, I mean, what further to what you said before, or what we talked about greenskins in general, there's 4 here. There is dozens, if not hundreds more somewhere else.
Nearby, yeah, for sure.
What do you guys do?
They're attacking a village. Save the village.
Yeah, rush to the village.
Didn't earn this mark of honor for nothing.
I don't know if we want to rush. Do we? Maybe we should check and see if there's 100 there. No.
Okay, well, we could slow down when we get there to ensure that we're not so outnumbered as to die here.
I offered to. So I've got Vanguard. You operate as an advanced scout using stealth or dense terrain to cover a rapid infiltration, and I have stealth 3 with agility 4. So it's kind of my thing.
Actually, and Lars, I think, might be able to assist you with that because he can roll a glorious dice when he is stealthing in the wild.
And I am also trained in stealth.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. So then our trio of scouts will leave our first session of the Old World with you three heading towards Grausdorf. Yeah. What awaits you there? I cannot say yet. What I can say is that you each get 1 XP for playing today.
Nice. You can say it's going to be grim and portentous, right?
I would say it would be grim and glorious for whatever awaits you there. Nice. So, guys, that's our first session of playing the Old World. What are your takeaways here from Care Gin and a little bit of play?
I love the character generation, the way we wove things together, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it took me. It takes a little adjustment to get used to. Like with I have down by your weapon, you have like the dice pool, the 2 numbers. Yeah. And the very first instant, I kind of expected them to be combined. That obviously that is not how it works. So yeah, it's pretty fun though. Interesting. D10 roll under is it's interesting. It's good. Soulbound, right? Same as Soulbound.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. That's right. Yeah, because Soulbound has the shifting difficulty numbers too. That's right. Yeah. So and so does actually Laundry for that matter too, which we'll be playing later this year.
Right.
Laundry 2E has that. Jeffrey, what'd you think?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of the character creation. It was fun. I like the randomness, of course, with having a chart for everything. That's fun. I'd like a little more, maybe like character development stuff, or like maybe the connections earlier on or something. Like it would make some of the choices feel a little more meaningful to the characters. Like some of the ones we've done where you kind of get to know who the character is a little bit right at the beginning, and then like the stuff that happens feels like it's happening to your character, and I don't know. That's just my feedback of like, it felt like some of the early stuff, it's like, I don't know what matters here. Like, here's your stats and here's your skills and here's your whatever. And it's like, oh, okay.
There's really not a lot to the Karagen, to be fair, as well. Like, it's not really a life path. Yeah. You're rolling, you spend more time deciding. I think like the things you're deciding are about the same as what you get in Warhammer Fantasy. And I think it's been several years since you've rolled up a character in Warhammer Fantasy, Jeff. It might be like 6 years, 7 years.
It could be. Yeah.
I guess pre-COVID is the last time I ran it for you, and I don't think you played Warhammer Fantasy with anybody else in the interim.
No.
So it's really more like it's random Karagen more so than a life path system.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so that's but it's a good point too. Then, like, one of the things that I think, like, one thing that's said I really do like about Traveler, and maybe they imply it that you're supposed to do this in this game too. Once you get your origin, they have the listed names there, and there's something to be said for when you're generating a Traveler character that you give the name first.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that there just is a feeling of connection to that character as they're going through the things by knowing what their name is. Yeah. So yeah, I would maybe the next time we do random Karagen with this one, we would have people give names. Once you know what your origin is, give a name to your character, and then go on. So at least you've got that connection. It's also something you would be thinking of, and maybe discussing, knowing what the whole process is now of how you guys are going to connect to each other. I was really pleased to see we saw a little bit of overlap, but mostly not with the contacts as well.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I could foresee how, if you're playing in person, you might use hangers or whatnot on the GM screen to have those characters sit in front of you, so you can look at their faces and have constant reminders or visual cues, at least, for we could talk to so and so about this.
Yeah.
Because it's like the way that the contacts are set up in the game, they're intended to they give you a list in the GM's guide of what contacts are supposed to be, and they should be someone to ask for help. There's someone to vary the cast. There's someone to get a characters back on track. There's someone to route into the story. There's someone to bring the world to life. There's someone to be a recognizable face. There's someone to ground characters. There's someone that makes characters vulnerable. And there's someone who can give insight into the politics for the characters. So they're like the game that I just because we played it recently too, that I think does a good job with context as well is Shadowrun. But this is even more so. Like, I think that they're almost intended to be members of the party that are just NPCs and kind of peripheral, like associate members, if you will.
Right.
So, you know, having that in mind and how much you can, as a player, you know, prompt that shit and play off of those contacts, I think would also help understand. And I think also if we knew more, once you get more familiar with the setting in the sense of the city or the town of Talabad. Cool. Any other comments?
No, just like to see more of it at play to see how
that was cool.
How it flows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I kind of like the setting changes too, just from a standpoint of something new. Like I like the setting, and then soaking up some new, like that. Sigmar is quite different in the setting, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that like
cool.
the internal tensions in the setting it's really interesting because like Reichland and Osterland are basically hostile foreign powers as far as the province is concerned, and there's intrigues that can come in. So depending on what, your characters end up being, the Grim Portents as well, like obviously this one, we're leaning into greenskins as sort of being your first sort of like, well, fuck, the world suddenly changes and now it's a lot more dangerous. Yeah. Because I don't think we've used greenskins in any fantasy setting yet. I haven't at least used them in any of our games. So I thought it'd be fun to do that for you guys. But it could be necromancers or cultists or politicians from other places or a vengeful, group of dwarves or criminals, or like there's all sorts of different Grim Portents that you can make. So there's a lot of variety to what your campaign could be about, even though the broad strokes are, this is the thing that throws you into the, the mix of how the world is changing and growing more dangerous. Mm-hmm. So lots of variety just in the core book too. So any closing thoughts? Any other, closing thoughts, guys?
Good to go.
Awesome. Interesting decisions as far as gear is concerned as well.
Oh yeah. Once I saw that armor bane talent, I was like, I gotta get something that takes, the armor thing to another level, because why would
like the fact that it plays in for the resilience, that's a big fucking deal, because like that's the difference between staggering it and wounding it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason you were able to carve through those things so quickly, is because you're doing so much damage with the armor break.
It's limited too, because it can't reduce its resilience lower than its toughness. So it just it gets to the point where at that point it's no longer considered armored, which is cool. But it would make it easier for other people to hit it once I got a hold of it, if it didn't go down.
Well, I think it doesn't reduce. Which one did you have that reduces armor?
Armor bane reduces the resilience, which is armor plus toughness.
Yeah.
So it'll reduce the resilience down to its toughness level. So it basically reduces the amount of damage it resists.
Oh, and then the axe is +1. Yeah, that's a nice synergy between the. I love that, because anything that's going to make anything that makes the decision behind just what weapon you're going to use and has a mechanical effect to it, I think is a fucking great thing in a fantasy game, because it makes it gives a little bit extra of thematic feedback for making those decisions beyond just like, I'm a dwarf who likes axes. And he just like made a power attacking sundering dwarf right there with just those two, the weapon choice and the talent. Loved it. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Cool. It was great on my side too. I said, like I looked briefly at like a couple different options depending on what you guys played with, because you guys ended up being kind of a martial group. I was like, okay, cool. We'll go with the green skin thing. And I just had to spend a little bit of time looking at what your contacts would be to be able to kind of get a sense of how to get the ball rolling. They have some really good advice in the GM's guide as well about using the game for differences of like one-shots versus ongoing games versus whatever. In an ongoing game, you may discuss what your Grim Portent would be and kind of play it out in a loose kind of thing, not actually play it through. Okay. But they also suggest use the Grim Portent as a one-shot if that's what you're doing. If you're just going to kick the tires on at one time, use a Grim Portent, start as you're going. That's what we're going to start doing tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
You already got the character created, so I'm going to have fun being a roguish character.
Yeah, and the Shadow Warriors are super fucking cool. They're like a combination of, I mean, they're basically like, think of like Finnish snipers from World War II, but high elves. That's what the Shadow Warriors are. Nice. Cool. All right, then, guys. And also from the GM side, awesome. Really, really fun seeing the characters come together. It was cool seeing lots of different ways I can kind of figure out how to feed you guys information or get you guys to interact with the world, with the lores. I'm a big fan of those. I think that's a really cool way to get a sense of what characters would know. And the monsters are not terribly complicated. So I think I erred on the side of making sure I don't kill you guys. Because so I follow the advice of how many minions per enemies or per characters. And I think that worked out well.
Oh, is that what I recommended for party of 3?
I said 3, but I think because you guys were getting the drop on them, it's interesting that the whole party goes first too. I like that because like it definitely, and I imagine there's monsters that might break that rule, but I definitely like that because with ties going to the, you know what it's like in like Pathfinder 2 where enemies win initiative and they get a crit on you. Like it just sets a shitty start to the fight. I've been on the receiving end of that as a player, and I've been on the delivering end of it as a GM. It's not fun on either of those. It's sort of just the way the math works in that game, but it's kind of cool that because even you can also like start with a larger adversary pool, knowing that really the first wave that's going to get a hit on the players is always going to be those that survive that first wave, so it weights things in favor of the players, and I dig that. Cool. All right, so for those listening at home, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time with some kind of Warhammer game. We've got some vacations coming up again. Summer is starting once again, so whether we return to the Old World or Wrath and Glory or something else, we will be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope, first off, as is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or the adventure we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where we have channels dedicated to most of the games and campaigns we run on the channel, including the many Warhammer games that we run on and off on the channel. There's also a Find a Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat. There's a terrific, helpful, knowledgeable, and friendly community over there. You're more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. If they not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs, including many of the older Warhammer products. So if you're looking for, in particular, Warhammer 2nd Edition stuff, they have many of those available in stock. If you are looking for something that they don't have in stock, you can put it on a want list. They'll send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code Summer Nights, all caps, all one word. It's listed in the description down below. That's Nights with a K. That'll save you 10% on any purchase of $10 or more through the website. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart, grim and glorious players. So Jeffrey, John, and Sean, thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. This was a lot of fun. To see these characters come together. It's very, very, very quick too. Like you can kick out some characters and play a session in a 4-hour game for sure.
Yeah.
You know, that's really, really good to know. And we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope. Actually, and we'll be back tomorrow. We got 2 more sessions of Old World tomorrow. So if you are interested in seeing more of this with different characters, we'll be back then. Until then, for those listening at home, thank you again for joining us. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.